All right,
Wait,
well,
where's
we could.
Christopher?
Well, he's muted, so it doesn't even matter.
He didn't want to do it. I don't know.
Christopher
He's pretty
coming.
weird about it. Like he doesn't want to take pictures. He doesn't want to see his own voice. What is he like? A woman from the 1920s? So like, don't take a picture. It's gonna take your soul. I don't know.
Bruh.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, well, do your
All
intro
right.
now.
Wait, I'm
Hey,
in
what's
my
up?
bathroom.
Oh, he's in his toilet.
It's coming.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Coming
This
to
is
you
our first.
live.
I'm coming to you live. This is our first podcast
Uh,
/ AVCO radio show.
I'm in my bathroom.
First episode, chapter 1. Let's introduce ourselves. Go ahead, someone. Alex.
Hi, hi there. Hello.
Okay. Wow. Okay, next.
Hello, I'm Hannibal. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. You sound like one of those like
Sound
I
like
don't
a
want to say.
skank.
Yeah.
Wow.
so who's next, Marco?
Yeah, don't be putting my
Polo.
government like that.
So all right. So what is your
Marco
name?
Polo.
Yeah.
Polo.
So what is your name? Introduce
My name
yourself.
is Marco. Hashtag the GOAT.
Okay, and then we have who? Last and not least,
You're garbage.
you're garbage. Got our. Are you gonna introduce yourself?
like
Oh,
like
you talking to
Morris.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Oh,
Morris
it's your
will
boy
say.
Desiree.
Oh,
that's
shit.
right.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
there you go. Okay, he's
You're the-
he's out of all of us, he's the YouTuber. You know, we're all Twitch streamers, but he's the YouTube streamer. So he's more professional with his intros. All right, so you guys want to talk about like streamer / YouTuber news, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys follow like what channels do you guys follow? Like what
I follow Drama Alert. What's up?
drama? So
Wow.
do you see what happened in the last 2 days?
Yeah, with Shane Dawson.
Yeah, then you hear about the offline TV crew, their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
separated.
then well, one of the reasons why we'll talk about right now. And then what else is happening? Doctor Disrespect.
Doctor Respect. Yeah. People know about it, but they don't wanna. The people who know don't wanna share it.
They don't want to tell the reason why,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
A lot of people are saying that it might be because of personal, stuff,
Yeah.
or it might be because he broke his contract and he might be signing somewhere else and all that stuff. It's speculation. Nobody knows.
True.
But he
I
did
like
tweet
that.
out. He did tweet out, right? He was sorry, I just drank some Coke.
Wow.
But he
Hashtag no
did
free brand deal.
no free brandy. So, but he did tweet out that he didn't know why Twitch banned him, right? Like, do you guys see his tweet?
No, I don't follow him
No.
on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He's like, firm handshake to the Champions Club. I don't know what's going on. They haven't told me what's going on, so I'll keep you posted. But then, like I want to say maybe an hour later, Ninja's wife tweeted, "Oh, sure, I don't think you're telling the truth." Basically, that's
Well,
what
she said, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. ... But she didn't. She didn't tag him. She didn't. People are saying
Oh,
it
it's
was like
subliminal.
It's a
a
sub.
subliminal. It's a sub. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. But then you go to now like OTV, right? Like a lot of streamers were joining their like content videos, like their Minecraft. They had like so many people joining their Valorant streams. People were allowed to joining. I forgot they were making a lot of content, and then a lot of people were joining their circle, right? But then like 2 days ago, one of the girls came out that the main guy, I guess, the face of the group, had kind of stepped his boundaries with some of the girls in there. I think they had a meeting with him, and it was about like 6 or 7 girls who had a story about him drinking and then pushing that line. Yeah.
Touchy and shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I mean, when it comes to that, like, how do you approach that? Like, Henny per se, right? You know that Marco is that type of guy, and somebody comes to you, like, how do you solve that? How do you go about it?
How do I what?
Yeah, how will you approach that situation.
Oh, they told me that he did something to them.
Yeah, like I come to him and was like, "Yo, Henny, Marco, he's been touchy with people when he drinks too much, right?
Mhm.
So what would you do in that situation?"
Well, then I would just pull him aside and talk to him. I'll take him out.
But that's because that's your boy, right?
Yeah.
But if it was somebody you didn't know, like you will approach it differently. You would have been like, "Yo, let's beat him
Yeah,
up and call
really,
the
yeah.
cops on him," right?
Yeah, I probably would have started
Yeah.
chaos. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people are really upset about it, is because this had happened maybe a year before with one of the incidents that one of the girls that lived in the house with him.
My bad. That's my juice bottle. Those are my bad. I gotta squeeze that shit. That shit makes some noise.
He's gargling.
Whoa.
But
Oh,
that was the crazy thing about it, is that when people found out 2 days ago that the girl lived in the house
Mhm.
and that happened inside the house, like, why did they let it go? But when the story that's coming out is that they just all recently found out about it a couple of days ago when they let him go. So I mean, people are getting a lot of hate on both sides. The guy's getting a lot of hate. The girls are getting a lot of hate. But it's just like,
I'll say it depends on the person. Like some girls are probably like shy, don't like to talk about it
yeah,
because they probably think it's like it just like haunts them or something. Just brings back memories. So they just
yeah.
let it go.
But Alex, tell me your perspective, because I know we were talking about this. You were like, oh, why now? You know what I'm saying?
All right. So the thing was that when Pokimane did her statement, she said that one of the guys knew about that first incident a year ago when it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had an intervention with what's his name, Fed, right? That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He had an intervention with him, and to me, like at that moment, something should have been done. You know what I mean? Because if, for example, if he would have gotten kicked out or everybody knew, then the second, third, fifth, the seventh assault would have never happened. Everything is preventable if they do it at the right
the
time.
right way.
Exactly. So that was the discussion we were having last night. That it's like, bro, like the moment that one person knew, everybody should have known, because you're putting everybody else in danger there, essentially, because you don't know if, God forbid, like what if he did sexually assault her? He might have done it again, right? But if he would have said something and told the people that are in charge of the house, and if that, maybe the police, none of this could happen. None of this would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Am I?
but that.
Oh,
Alright,
sorry.
sorry
What
to
was that?
interrupt you, but I don't know too much of that situation. But it's like the person who knew that was like his friend or something.
Yeah.
Well, you have Fed,
Yeah.
which is one of the content creators,
Yeah.
and you have like the three of the girls that live there. They, they're also content creators and streamers. The one guy, the other person who knew, his name is Toast, right?
Mhm.
He's kind of one of like the founders with the other guy. So the girl came to one of the founders about it.
Yeah.
So one of the higher ups in the group, about the incident, and then one of the higher ups went and talked to one of the creators, which his name is Fed.
All right. Well, this just sounds like a similar cases to what happens in like certain countries where like how, especially here,
Mhm.
United States, where like people try to go for like Senate or like governor,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then you hear all these
Dirt comes
women
out.
or
Yeah.
guys just come out and be like, oh yeah, that person have raped me, this and
Yeah.
that. Same thing with athletes too, where they be like, oh, this
Yeah.
guy touched me like back then and like 10 years ago or something, and they just bring it up. I mean, those cases is similar to this one, but I just don't
Pretty
know
much.
why
Yeah.
females or why that person
So
that
what I
was a
was
victim get that. I don't know why they just like
so
wait.
mhm. Oh, well, so what I was saying is, like, if you look into like uh the mentality of a victim is like, one, the guy is like, picture this, right? Super popular, like all of us, out of all 5 of us, 7 of us, right? Who's a really popular guy that you would think is like, if we all hang out together, who do you think is the most popular out of all of us? Like, who's the most outspoken, the star of the group?
Of us,
Yeah,
you.
me, right? So, I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty, I want to say I'm pretty charming. I like to joke around.
Wow.
I like to be
Wow.
friendly, right? I'll step up. It's like, I don't know somebody in the group. It's like, hey, how's it going? What is
Yeah, you
your,
probably be the first one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, do they sell good beer here? Do they have good shots? What are the prices? I'll start a conversation, right? So let's say something like that happened. Out of all of us, we know each other. I think I want to say I'm pretty popular. I'm pretty friendly. And then you find out something like this, right? It kind of is hard when you live together and you work together to be like, bro, is he really like that? Is like, are these rumors true? Or did the girl take it some other way, right? Because you're doubtful. Like, if somebody told me that Henny got drunk and he touched me, I'd be like, Henny, like, he's pretty chill, he's pretty
No.
cool. I've never, yeah. So when you have
You're
somebody
like, no,
like that who's,
mommy.
yeah, when you have somebody that's pretty popular and pretty liked by everyone, but
Mhm.
we all have our own instance with Henny. Like, he did that to me, he did that to Marco, but we never talked about it because in our mind is, this guy is so popular, right? He's well liked. I just don't want to ruin what he's done for us, and then pretty much kick him out, and then I'm gonna look at that like the bad guy. Usually that's the mentality of a lot of victims. That's why they wait 7, 10, 15 years to come out, because the attack is always from somewhere that's real close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you don't expect it. So one is the shock, and two is like, I don't want to break up anything that wasn't broken just because of this incident. So that's why these women or these men take years and years until it finally breaks, until there's somebody who's braver than they were, and they feel guilty for not speaking up years earlier, because the girl spoke out like Friday, and then boom, another one dropped, and then boom, another drop, and then as of today, they said it was like 6 or 7 women or girls that were streamers, they're popular, who had a similar incident with him like that. So, it takes one before the dam breaks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So out of one crack, multiple cracks start to pop out. As a friend, you talk to people because it wasn't like an assault, but it's still crossing that boundary. So, you're like, bro, you gotta chill with what you do and how you say things or how you talk to people. Because once is an accident, twice is a pattern. So it wasn't until like a lot of people started to come forward that at that point, you realize that maybe if you would have taken different actions earlier, maybe it could have been avoided.
Yeah, and that's what I was
And that's where you come from. Yeah. But also, who are you, right? If I come to you with, what Henny did to me, like, who are you? Give me a second. My computer just died real quick. Like, who are you to tell Pablo and Desire what happened between me and him, right? Because at this point, I'm a victim.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
So,
saying, and that's where that comes in. That I say, well, if that's the case, go to the police.
yeah, but sometimes you're not strong enough for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Yeah,
some
I
girls who
know.
like,
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, like some girls they just like really shy about it. They just like they
Not
just think
shy,
about
but
it too
yeah,
much. That be like,
Yeah,
wow, did this really happen to me? Like,
It's just a shock factor.
and
yeah.
then they
And
they victimize themselves. Like
hmm
they
yeah,
blame them.
they
They
shame
blame.
themselves.
Yeah.
They accuse themselves. They become the attacker and the abuse. It's like, maybe you brought it on, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's because we overstep our boundaries.
Yeah.
hmm
And a lot of these girls are saying like, well, you see their streams, she let him lay on the bed. But at that point, it's already have been happening, and you don't want to break what's going on, so you're just letting it go. As a guy, you know what your intentions are. When I see a pretty girl, I know it's like, yo, if I could get her number, we are gonna do stuff, right?
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
whether you want to have an intimate relationship or a friendly relationship with someone. So sometimes we don't know how to show our intention, so we use one to manipulate the other. Like, oh, maybe if I'm friendly and take her out to the movies, maybe she'll want to give me a kiss and go out with me. No, if you're direct and be like, yo, I want to go out with you, boom, let's see if this works. Then things like that get avoided. Because for a female, she will think like, oh, maybe he wants to be friends, and that's what should it be, But your intentions are different.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But
it's a yeah.
But
Not everyone is as forward as that.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
understand that everybody is different. But like
Yeah.
you said, who am I to be telling other people? It's like
Mhm.
for one, like I said, he told one of the higher ups,
Yeah.
right? Then at that point, it's his job.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, like she told one of the higher ups, but we don't know in what context. Like,
Yeah, but
maybe
that's
she's
what
the
I'm
only one
saying.
that
Like,
she could trust.
yeah, but still, like, if for example, if I was the one that was being told, yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody because I not only do I have to protect her, I have to protect everybody that I'm in charge of.
Yeah, but at the same time, a victim is coming to you and sharing this just to you. You know what I'm saying? That they come
Yeah.
to you saying like, "Hey, like, I don't know who to go to, and you're the only one that I think won't hurt me and make this bigger than it is." Then at that point, you're stuck, right?
No, but it's already a
No,
big situation.
What?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that I'm gonna make it big. It's already
Yeah.
big. Like that's a situation that should
But this is
never
one again.
happen.
This is one person that came up to
Yeah.
this guy. That's what I'm saying.
But still, it doesn't matter if it's one person or three persons. Like
Yeah,
it
It
shouldn't
only
matter.
takes one.
but
Yeah.
it is But what I'm saying is you can't break that cycle, right? Because every time, if we all thought like that, obviously a lot less will happen. But
Mhm.
there's not going to be a lot of trust in people. You know what I'm saying? Because you're coming to me with something that you don't want to share. One, because of the stigma behind it, like being a victim,
Yeah.
and two, because it's so much to hold in. And then when you finally tell someone, and then they go and tell everyone, even though they had the best intentions, it just breaks you even more. You got to look at the victim's perspective too.
Yeah.
I know it's the right thing to do. You know how many priests are sitting in their booths in confession and somebody say, yeah, I just buried my dog or ran over that old lady? What do you think? They want to go and tell the cops? Obviously. But they can't, right? Because they
Well,
swore.
that's different because that is
But
a
yeah, that's
priest.
different. That's a
But
yeah.
you
You
go to
want
somebody
that?
you can find. You go somebody
But
that
Yeah,
can
that's
but at the
find.
same
religion.
time,
That's
the same.
religious. Like
Yeah, you
that.
No,
can't touch religion
no.
to this.
What I'm
Nah.
saying is you trust someone and deep enough to tell something like that.
No, it's like saying like, yeah, if I was me and I
Yeah.
was like the victim and I told like you and because I
Yeah.
trust you or whatever,
Mhm.
and if you start spreading it out,
Right?
I could see like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
care,
The
and I also could see the point where he's like, oh my god, I just told him that he wanted to be a big problem, and now it's a big problem,
And
and I
then
should have
many
never told him.
girls.
I have thoughts, yeah, but then at the same
Yeah.
time, if I trusted you, you're there to also support me and be like, oh,
No,
it's
yeah, and
okay,
you'll be
everything's gonna be
supportive.
fine, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's I
You'll be
think now
supportive.
it depends on the
Like the
person
person.
she
The
trusted.
person, yeah.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
now that person gotta like calm her down and tell her it's gonna be
Yeah.
fine, or tell her, don't worry, I'm here. Because then
Yeah,
it
I'm
shows that,
here.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's different ways that it could go
Yeah,
through.
but if you tell me don't tell anyone, like I don't want to tell anyone yet. Like I don't know when I'll be ready. You got to respect that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but I mean, did she say that to him?
Probably, yeah, because it wasn't until recently when it all happened.
Well,
And
I don't
that's why
know.
Pokemon didn't do her statement. That's why all of them didn't do a statement until the girl was ready,
Hmm.
because you got to respect their wishes. You can't put somebody's business out there so personal. It
yeah.
doesn't
But
matter. Yeah.
you're talking about something completely different though. You're
The guy
talking
that she told, yeah, the
no no
guy
no
that she
no.
told.
no.
Well,
Listen to what I was gonna say. You're talking about them giving out a statement to a bunch of people. I wasn't
yeah.
talking about talking to everybody. That's what that was a whole different thing, and that's another issue that I had.
Yeah.
That they just obviously they could have kept it within themselves,
Hmm.
but it's like why are you sharing this with thousands of people?
Well, let me give you context before we continue with that, right? So the guy had a meeting. They all had a meeting, like I want to say 5 days ago, because it wasn't until recently that all 7 women got together and started speaking. It's like, hey, I like how you going, blah, blah, blah. And then this topic came up out of nowhere, and then boom, somebody broke and said something, and then boom, the next person broke and said something. It wasn't until that meeting where they all figured it out. It's like, whoa, this guy has
The
done stuff.
pattern.
Yeah, it wasn't me only. It was you too, and you too, and you three, right? So at this point now, you all know what's been going on.
Yeah.
Without even knowing, right?
Yeah.
And then you start to find out, like, oh, he's been manipulating, your person to other people. So in case if anyone ever found out, you will look like the bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we didn't know that. Nobody knew that until that day. And then that's when, they all got together with the higher up and it was like, bro, this is what happened. And this is what's happened before. And then at that point, he's like, okay, well, I knew about that one person because she told me about it a year ago, but she didn't want to say anything about it. But now that you're all telling me, my job is to kick him out. Right? They kicked him out the house. They kicked him out the company. And obviously they didn't press charges because the women didn't want to press charges. They still saw him as a good person, but the incidents that had happened were bad, so they
And
didn't want to associate anymore, but they didn't even want to take it anymore. Anything, him being
oh, he's drowning.
to anyone.
You're drowning, Kanye.
You're drowning.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So they didn't want him to being let go, and people not knowing that he was this type of danger. That's why they all came out
But that's the
like,
problem.
they all came out in public saying, it's like, hey, let the first victim go and tell her story, and then we are all going to give our statements of what happened with him and how we feel about it. But we can't say nothing until, like, the person that got hurt the most, or the victims that really got hurt the most, say their word, because it's not my business. So the girls didn't want to press charges. They didn't want to do all this. I don't know yet because they haven't talked about that part. But what they said is that he's out of the company. He's out of their friends groups. And he'll no longer be working with anyone that is associated with them, and he's gonna get help. So at that point, there's no charges pressed, but I mean that's all. That's all they wanted. They just wanted to make people aware that
What he does.
what he does, because
Yeah.
apparently after he left, he was already reaching out to people. It's like, oh, this is what happened, and then they kicked me out because of this and that, allegedly. Well, that's why they came out with their own statement saying, like, no, we didn't kick him out. He didn't change after this meeting, and he apparently did it to a few other people, and we didn't know about it until today, right? And then this is when we all got together and had a meeting with him, an intervention, and then we kicked him out the house. So that's the context of why Pokemon came out in public. But she didn't do it first. She was waiting for the victims to say their word and their piece before she could have any type of input on it.
All I'm saying is, you know how many people right now are getting, sexually assaulted or whatever, and
Yeah.
they go out and tell people, right? But you
Mhm.
don't see them fucking putting it on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, or whatever.
Mhm.
Because why? It's just an average Joe doing whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, I get it. Like, they want to update their fans, and, like, basically their life is the internet now. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't know. It's just,
It's like saying, like, all 7 of us play together, right? And then
Yeah.
out of nowhere,
Well,
I don't play anymore with you guys, and then people
Yeah.
start to ask.
yeah. And it's simple. You could just say he did something foul, or he like he just
But
did
pretty
it.
much, but that's why they did the statement, so they could put it out there now and then let it rest. It happened. This is what happened, and then from
That's
now
it.
on, that's it. That's why they do statements, Alex. So it doesn't keep bringing back, like, especially for the victims, right? You don't always want to be, oh, like, so why is Lord not playing with you anymore? Or why Henny like hasn't been in your videos? You know what I'm saying? When you put your statement out, is you're just saying, it's like, bro, this is what happened. I don't want any more problem with it, and
No,
that's
I
where it's
know
going.
that. I understand that.
Yeah,
Just the way that things happen.
but yeah.
It just.
But like I said, that's a digital part of that. That's the things about being on the digital lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Like everything we do, from working out to eating to playing video games, is online.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to avoid that. And for us, it's not a problem right now because we don't have a big following.
Yeah.
But when 30,000 people are watching you, 40,000 people are watching Henny, Desire has another 70 asking him, like, why hasn't this person played with you or spoken with you? It when they know so much about your life, things like that they just get in the way. And
Yeah.
that's why you address it at once. But I'm not gonna come out first when I knew that Desire was the one that got hurt. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I knew about this, and then boom, not give Desire his closure, his final word on it, and then I could comment on that.
Yeah. Like I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
If someone has an issue, but I know, it's like, obviously I'm not gonna tell them because
Yeah.
this is not my problem. It's not that it's not my problem. Sorry, that sounded kind of bad.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, it's not
Your place.
my place to say anything.
Yeah. But like I said, when you're like a private citizen, you're pretty much you're expected to have privacy, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a public figure, it's just out the window. Even though you should have that privacy,
Yeah.
but people will find out. People
But
will look into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's just people being extra and being weird and shit like that.
Yeah, but I mean, your whole life is online.
Yeah, but perfect example. The same thing happened with Jana Marbles.
Yeah.
Like, people would show up to her house or
Yeah.
whatever, and like, yeah, I understand. I put my life out there, but that does not give you the right to show up to my house.
Yep. And I understand that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you're a private. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure or not. You do not have the right to come to my private house and step on my private property.
So yeah, but this is what I'm saying is, like, when we become
that's why you gotta have your sign, private property. If any
Yeah.
trespassing, you'll get executed.
Sometimes like that, things get leaked,
I
right?
bring out my pit bull,
You mean chihuahuas?
The Chihuahua.
Yeah,
but like I
20
said,
of them shits.
but this is where you are Jenna Marbles, or you're gonna be the character known as Jenna Marbles. I remember when I spoke to you guys earlier about this, like weeks ago and months ago. It was like, you're either gonna become Alex, ALLX, or you're gonna be a character known as Alex, ALLX, right?
Yeah.
So when you become the character, you're everything. You know what I'm saying? People won't give you that privacy because you're that character.
Yeah.
But when you play a character and you keep your work and your personal, separate, stuff like that tend not to happen. You see that with a lot of actors, right?
Yeah.
You see a lot of actors, they play big roles and they get famous. Yeah, they might have a stalker or two, but that's it. But when you're like a name like Will Smith, or somebody like who is a star but then becomes like a public influencer, then that kind of all goes out the window because you're showing people your lifestyle, you're showing people your vacation, and you're showing people everything about you. Not what you're working on, but everything that is you.
Yeah, but still, at the end of the day, I am the same Joe
yeah.
that you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I still have privacy just like you have your privacy.
So I mean, for you guys, like, where do you stand on that? How can you balance being a public figure, and then a private citizen at the same time? Like, do you think there's
Well,
a line?
most people, well, true, but then there's more people who actually move somewhere where they know there's more security
Mm-hmm.
and not like any other. But at the same time, I do see things like this. Like I know, like Phase Sensor. I'm not sure if you know him, but he was well, he's not in Phase no more.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a YouTuber now, and he was making his building. I mean, his building. He was constructing his house in Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he finished, like the first couple of months, people were actually like, they were robbing.
Mm-hmm.
They were robbing his packages, I think, or they were messing up his lawn or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he caught everything on camera, which is like pretty weird, you know. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, he is like exposing where he lives and like the area.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you just gotta have, I guess, security like cameras or and just call the cops or something, because like, Alex said, it's like it's my privacy. I'm still human at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like what happens if I do that to you? Would you like it? Like, no, you wouldn't, right?
But this is the thing
So
where I'm saying it's like when your whole life you put it out there, like why don't you get like a place where you could just do your work, your content, and then boom, you go to your private home.
Because
You know,
not everybody is like that.
yeah,
But
at the
that's
same time,
yeah,
is their job. It's not, you don't go to somebody's job and just be like, "Oh, hi, I came to your
yeah,
job just to see you."
yeah.
Is you just
And
don't
it's
do that
hard.
because it's weird. Yeah,
Well, it's hard.
but
It's
people don't
hard.
see it. People don't see it that
Yeah,
that's their job. They're like a content creator. Or they just
yeah.
a streamer, or whatever. It's their job, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people like this is why I always like the idea of creating content in like a separate house or a separate office space because I keep that away from me when I go home. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But then I don't. At the same time, I think about it, it's like, well, what if I become the character? You know, what if I Snapchat and Instagram my whole day? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving up my privacy in order to feel connected to my digital space. You know?
Yeah, but there's also that's where it also falls on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to share everything,
Mhm.
right? You could still have, you could still share everything, like air quotes, but still
Yeah.
have your privacy. Obviously, like you said, I want to Snapchat shit, right? I could
Yeah.
Snapchat, but just my room, right?
Yeah.
I can go outside and show, oh, I'm leaving the door, but once I leave the
Yeah.
door, blur shit that I know that's gonna potentially leak, like my address or
Yeah.
my street. So it's like there's things, like I said, you could blog anything, you could do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, like, know that if you want that privacy, you gotta do extra things to,
Keep it.
Mm.
yeah.
But I'm saying it depends on the person too. Like some people want to be liked, so they want to show everyone what they do. Some people just see it as a job, and they take more steps to keep that secure. So it just depends on the person.
What you think,
Like
though?
honestly,
I don't know. I feel like there's honestly, like, because you're putting everything out there. So to me personally, there's no really like hiding. Like you want to put it like that,
mm-hmm.
because like you're gonna have stalkers and shit like that. So there's really no hiding. Like once your shit is out there, it's just out there. Like that's just gonna be like something you're gonna have to live with. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
True, but it's like, for example, like for your example, you live in an apartment building, right? You
Mm-hmm.
could show the front of your apartment building, right? But you wouldn't want someone to. Obviously, they know what apartment building you are, but they don't know what number you are.
So
You see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I know damn well I would get annoyed if someone came to my house and just showed up to my house, right? It's the same thing. I'm pretty sure you will get annoyed if someone showed up to your front door of your apartment.
I
Yeah,
don't
like I
know.
said, like at the same time, it doesn't give the person the right to do those type of things.
Exactly.
Probably.
You gotta give personal space to somebody, you know. I
mm-hmm.
mean, like if I'm out there shopping and you want to take a picture or whatever, I'll just
Yeah,
do it.
like that's fine.
But at the same time, you're gonna have to let me, continue my shopping or do whatever I was doing. It just is that people just don't. Some people don't understand
Some people
when it's
don't
the
know
right.
boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't know when it's the right time to do things
And then
and
like
all that.
yeah, and those are people who are extremely fans. Like they want to be your friend, and this is where it comes down to like I was with all of this that's going on, especially with like the Shane Dawson stuff, right? Like
Uh-huh.
a lot of people, what they were saying is like, oh, he's getting canceled for all this racist stuff, right? All this saying the N word, all this blackface. But there's a different pattern behind all of this, right? So when we were going through the clips, like Keemstar, right, is one of the person that reported this. A lot of the videos that he was deleting was because it was inappropriate content with minors. Like one tweet
Yeah,
was
I've seen
like,
that.
yeah, like where he was like, yeah, I love being a vlogger. Just got my 12-year-old cousin to give a hot dog a blowjob. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're
Yeah.
reaching out to an 11-year-old and be like, yo, what you're doing, you'll earn this if you do this. Like, even though it's not in a way, but it's after once, it just becomes like a predator type thing. Allegedly, I don't want to say, put stuff like that out there and, you know, get sued or something. But when people are making these allegations, like, again, once is a mistake, twice maybe a benefit of a doubt, but after the fifth time, it just looks like a pattern. And a lot of people were canceling for being, oh, everybody thought it was racist, but no. Apart from being ignorant, this is the other thing that he's been doing. So, especially his older channel, his original channel, he's been deleting stuff. His managers, his publicists, all of that, they've been deleting stuff
Yeah, he
from their
deleted all his videos on
yeah.
Yeah,
the older channel.
but can I say this?
Mhm.
But why now? Right?
Yeah.
Why now? 2020. See this man change, seeing the way that he acts. He's changed since 2000, whatever it was.
hmm
So why now?
I mean, it's because right
Hey,
now, I mean, this is the time we seen that all. We seen that all change in the last year and a half.
yeah, that's what we was talking about yesterday. That
Yeah.
everything's too sensitive now. Now, well, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I
In my
mean,
opinion too.
Yeah,
everything is sensitive, yeah, but a lot of people are finally taking the courage to speak out.
yeah.
A lot, like I feel like before 2016, we were all ignorant, right?
Yeah.
We didn't like. For me, I want to say after 2016, we all became woke. Meaning, it sounds stupid because I said that word, but we all became aware that we have our word. We are. When I say no, is no. We feel empowered after the recent events because our words do matter. When we speak up, it does count. So I think now a lot of people are figuring that out. A lot of people are feeling like, yo, when you call me, the B word, like a bitch, and like we had the discussion yesterday. Like I said bitch multiple times, but I've never said that word in front of the presence of a female. Because I once said it to a female and I felt like, bro, I just hurt that person with that word, you know? So I think now people are not sensitive. I think now people understand their worth, I want to say, or their boundaries. To us, we might think they're sensitive, but if she doesn't want to be called a bitch, she doesn't want to be called a bitch. And then you should know that you should have the common knowledge that you shouldn't be saying that word at all to anyone. It's just respect. So when you use words like those as a regular term, it shows that you don't understand how to respect people and you don't understand boundaries because one, you don't want to, or you're not educated enough. That's what I believe. But Dono had his opinion too. Alex has his opinion. I'm pretty sure Henny has an opinion. So what do you think about that?
About what? That
About
why now?
why now? Why people? Do you think people are really sensitive, or people just figure out that words do have meanings?
Well, it's like I feel like as the time
Well,
goes by,
I don't know
or
about like having meaning because
Yeah,
everybody
the
knows
words always had meanings.
Meaning, yeah.
It's not
this
that.
is what like
But they
Let me
have a
ask.
sense. They have a weight now. That's what I'm trying to
That's
say.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, as time and the years go by,
Mhm.
people start to realize things that were wrong back then, and you're starting to fix it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, like what we see, like statues getting taken down in New York
Mm-hmm.
because of the movement that's been going on or the thing that's going on
Mm-hmm.
about Black Lives Matters. It
Mm-hmm.
just thinks like you would not expect this like people to do this like 5 years ago or something.
Yeah.
It just I feel like I think this is just like something new that we're just starting to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 5 or 10 years from now, something completely different is gonna happen. I don't know.
But do you think it's because people are too sensitive right now, or is it because it's a good change?
Well, I don't think they're too sensitive. I
Mm.
just feel like it's a change. Like, who
It's a,
knew we were gonna have like uh, a Pride Month? Like, who knew we
mm-hmm.
were gonna have that? Like now, why not like back in 1990 or something?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just that things that change over time, and with change, it changes people as well.
Yeah.
And then it's like you see like new kids start to see like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm surprised how like little kids are in protests, and some of them know what they're talking about, and the ones who
Mm-hmm.
don't, but they actually see and experience the things that are going on.
Mm.
So at the same time, I do feel like some people are kind of sensitive because I actually do see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
But
know. I
what?
think it's just
But
like
what?
a huge change.
But to you, what does it mean to be too sensitive?
Oh damn.
He said, "Oh damn."
He said all that.
I mean,
Okay.
because then
Okay.
at the same time, it's just like a lot of people are sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you could call the word,
Mm-hmm.
you call somebody the F word or the B word, and they get
Yeah.
like so hard
Yeah.
sensitive, and then people just want to make it a whole big deal. But for you, it's not a big deal.
And the reason why I say that is because to me, if I get called a B word, I've never, experienced somebody call me that out of an insult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think is that to me. This is my point of view when I say is like when you, which I don't know, you call me a bitch, right? It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna feel offended. Why?
Well,
Because
yeah.
no
If
one
you
has
don't,
ever called me. Nobody has ever called me that. And as a friend, even as a friend, where's that respect that I deserve? Like why are you calling me this word when
Yeah.
like
Okay. So
yeah.
now I got it clear. I feel like yes, people are sensitive
Mm-hmm.
because there are right things and wrong things. There's
Mm-hmm.
right and wrong.
Yeah.
Like what he did is wrong. Um, like Alex said, that person has changed. Yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
changed, but no one really knows if he actually changed. He just changed his
yeah,
videos.
that is
He
true.
just changed his
Yeah.
videos. Like I could give you an example. Like Kevin Hart, he said that
Mm-hmm.
back then he tweeted, "Oh, if my boy or if my son ever plays with the
Mm-hmm.
Barbie doll house, I'm gonna break it on his head." Meaning
Mm-hmm.
he's not with the his son being gay. He's not with that. I remember
Yeah.
he couldn't host the Grammys with it. And he told him, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, just apologize." His team was telling him,
Mm-hmm.
just apologize
Yeah.
to the community, saying you didn't mean it. But
Yeah.
he took full responsibility and said, "No, that's not the person I am." Although I'm not sure if he apologized, but I just know that he didn't apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people got offended, so
Mm-hmm.
which means people are sensitive. But it's just like the right and wrong thing. Like I can
It's
see
the way,
why.
like, well, that's how we were saying, the way you say things,
Yeah.
the facial expression, the way you
Yeah,
say it,
yeah, okay.
everything. You gotta take accountability to that.
Yeah, but then like with the Shane Dawson thing, not only was he racist, but at the same time he was being like what can you say about the 11-year-old kid or making him suck the whatever?
Yeah.
Like that's something completely wrong, like really wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently I didn't know I was watching Keemstar and Drama Alert, and I didn't know the Smith family really hates Shane Dawson for what he did to a poster of one of the Smiths. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
I think I saw it, but I don't
Like,
remember.
like he was jerking off to it, like
Oh yeah,
pretending to
yeah,
jerk off. Like
Wow.
yeah.
that's completely wrong. Like
Yeah, that's it.
that's over the line. So I
Yeah.
feel like this rights are wrong for him. It's really wrong for him to do that.
So yeah, I mean that's on that part. But what I'm saying is like, w- I feel like a lot of people, like when we say sensitive is like we were talking about it earlier. Like we grew up in the city, so a lot of the words that we use is it just stuck to us, right? But
Mhm.
you know, there's a lot of people outside the city that don't talk like us.
Yeah.
So when we go to certain places and then we use certain terms, some people do get offended of it, by it, right? And that's where Alex saying is like maybe you're too sensitive. And what I'm saying is like is not too sensitive because you should grow up being respectful to other people. You know what bad words
Uh,
are, and you know what insults
Yeah, that's
are.
what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's what comes
Yeah,
to
but
right and
yeah,
wrong because you gotta
exactly.
know. You gotta know when to say it and who to say it. You can't
yeah,
use the
Exactly. I'm
same
not just
language.
I'm
yeah.
just not gonna
Yeah.
go like you said. If we go out of town and I start like I randomly meet someone, I'm like, "Yo, what up,
We're like,
bitch?"
yo,
No,
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
gonna
saying.
do that. You see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're taking it a whole different way.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We were talking about people being too sensitive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not being sensitive. That's just me
Mhm.
being a fucking asshole for no reason.
Yeah, that's just,
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. Like, why?
Yeah.
For one, why the fuck would I? Sorry for the cursing, but why would I go somewhere, right, and be like, "Yo, what's up, bitch?" Or like, "Yo," like, no, that's wrong. That's fucked up. Me as a person, me as a
Mhm.
human being, should know that, and I do
Yeah.
know that. But we were saying like sometimes there's like we would say, "Oh yeah, this bitch," right? We just say it
Mhm.
just to throw it out there, this bitch, right?
Mhm.
Some people might take that offense. You know what I mean? Like they might be
Yeah.
they might feel some type of way, but like it's like I'm not saying it to hurt anybody. I'm not saying it nothing. Like I'm just it's
Mhm.
to me it's just another word. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Yeah, that word does have a strong meaning to certain people, right? And I
Mhm.
understand it does hurt other people's feelings.
Mhm.
But you should also how I say it is like if you give that word power, then you yourself are are have you yourself is part of the issue because at the end of the day it is a word. It's not like
Yeah.
me physically
Mhm.
harming you. That's
But
some. Go ahead.
it's the same. It's the same though. It's the same thing. Whether it's physical or verbal, is the same assault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a perfect example, like Dono, like Marco, right? What was your story behind that? Like, you know, we were talking about it last night.
Oh, but the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, cause like there was like this girl that I know that I work with. Well, there's two of them, right?
Hmm.
But there's one girl in particular. Like we joke around, call her like she calls me a bitch, and like when you joke around with me, like you better hold your weight. Like we joke around like that.
Hmm.
So I call her a bitch too, but like not like she knows it wasn't like nothing bad. It was just like
Or
we're playing
degrading or
around.
insult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like yo, like joking around. So one day we was in the car like heading to work, and then one of the other coworkers heard it and called me out on it. She's like, "Yo, why are you calling her a bitch?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What you mean?" She's like, "Yo, you know you're not supposed to call a female a bitch." I'm like, "Yeah, but we're like really close. Like we're just joking around. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like
Is that what the topic is
you,
about?
Well, we're talking about words and sensitivity, but like
Marco,
how
wait,
picture that, right?
Marco,
Picture
Marco. Wait, can I say
picture.
something real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Well,
go ahead."
Don't know, look at the thing I just said, dude.
Wow.
wait, but like,
Oh, and
can
I like
yeah,
so she started explaining it. She's like, "Yo, that's just like it's not right to say it in general,
yeah.
and let alone to a female." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." And then I apologize. And ever since then, I've never called a girl a bitch.
Because you can't pull yourself to do it in public or to anyone, right?
Not anymore.
Right?
Like
But
even
big,
joking around.
but I could feel the shame that you felt when you got called out on it. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if anyone has ever been through that situation where you thought it was like, yo, you call your friend like a pig, and then somebody out of nowhere that you don't even know be like, well, you shouldn't be calling your fat friend a pig because maybe he can lose weight, maybe he has a
But
problem,
that's
maybe it's a
doing
disease,
that's
and
Yeah,
then
that's
but then
extra.
yeah,
but feel that
no,
shame.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
what
that
I'm
it
saying.
person
is.
is
Like,
dumb. But it's like saying you and me joking around,
Yeah.
and then one of your friends doesn't
it's
know how
like
we joke around, and
No.
then
Yeah.
I don't
and be
think like
like they
it's not for
defending
nothing.
you.
My fault, honey. But like it's not for nothing. It's like just like until you feel that shame, they're gonna understand what we
They're
mean
gonna
by this. So
understand.
yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I have. But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, it's like at the end of the day,
It's like mind your
it-
business. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really
basically at the
is.
end, because
Yeah.
I'm until I say it to you, then yeah, you could say whatever you want. But it's between me and her. Like, we're joking. We understand the joke,
Yeah.
right? We understand that we're playing with each other, and I know that if I say it in out daylight, like in broad public or whatever,
Yeah.
I know it's gonna look bad.
Bad. Yeah.
But I also know that at the end of the day, in the back of my head, I know that we're just joking.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter what other people think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
but
it'll
it's
be
just like that.
different. It'll be
It's just
different.
that
If,
shame, like that
Yeah.
shame that because like it was like at least for me, like it was just called out in front of her.
you
Like,
felt like you basically
I'm
had
like,
an
yo,
anxiety attack right there.
like somewhat, like I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
did I like? I even asked her afterwards. I'm like, yo, did you feel
Did I
like offended? Like,
hurt?
yo,
Yeah.
she's like, nah, she just like she's tripping, but it's like it's not like really tripping, but she has some truth to it. But like,
Yeah.
like we we joking around. I'm like, yeah, but like, why? And I'm like, yo, but why she went off like that? She like, I don't know. I guess she probably like. Then that's what we were saying yesterday. Like, the
Is-
certain words have certain meanings, different people. Like,
Yeah.
I could call you a bitch and it won't hurt you, and I could call Alex a bitch and then he'll feel some type
Me
of way
cago.
because like,
Well, is the thing is that the older generation, the older people, they as we grow, we show that respect. Now when I meet somebody who's my age or somebody that that I know professionally or outside as a friend, I don't make it my objective to be known as Lord from the Bronx, right?
yeah,
'Cause if I go to you and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Blah, 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 and I start speaking
Your
in
twang.
yeah, like it's to show off that I'm from somewhere, and to us, some words mean different things, right? So now, like when you understand how grown-ups and outside different areas think, certain words like dead ass, I kind of will feel bad saying dead ass to some of my friends because it's ass, right? It's
Oh my
wow.
god.
yeah, because
Wow.
I just saw that.
it seems a little bit disrespectful, a little bit rude, a little bit crude,
I just
right?
saw. Wait, my bad. I just saw what Christian
Yeah, he
said.
just posted. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I feel like a lot of people are sensitive, but I should know better than some words are crude, right? And
I just like,
everyone
sir.
deserves a respect in anyone's presence. As friends, we could say whatever to we want to each other, but we understand that friendship and we have our own boundaries and how much we could push that, right?
yeah, but I think,
Yeah,
like I said, this is a time and place for everything. Like
yeah,
in Marco's case, they were just
joking
he
around.
said they were joking around. Then the friend or whatever
Yeah,
co-worker
He's
just
gonna
came
dab
in.
it.
yeah,
Yeah, like she just came in saying, "Oh, why you calling her a bitch?" I mean, then if Marco would have been like, "Oh, this,"
Nah,
like
cause like
in that case, I would have been like, "Oh, if you're getting offended and you didn't tell
yeah,
me, I'm sorry. I
yeah,
apologize."
and I
But
did say that,
but
but
if
the
she's
shit.
coming in saying, "Oh, why you calling her a bitch?" Word knowing this, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not even talking to you. Like I
Yeah,
yeah,
said, when
that's
I
what I
say it
told
to
her.
you
Look, cause she was about
and
to
it
go
hurts
off.
you,
She was about to go
yeah,
off. She's like, "Yo, why you calling her a bitch? You're doing this, and that to her. Like you're
Like,
what
yeah.
dehumanize
So
her." She
right
was about
now
to start
she,
going off, and I'm like, "Yo,
yeah,
chill." Like I didn't know. Like it obviously means a lot. Like that word meant a lot to you, so I apologize. And she's like, "You don't gotta apologize to me." I'm like, "Clearly I do because you feel some type of way."
yeah, so right there, she's being rude to you. In
yeah,
that case, you gotta, like I said, this is time and place for everything. For that word, you guys were joking. But if she was talking to you, like, if your friend was talking to you, like, I was with my friend, like, like,
mm,
we were just talking and he got upset. Then if you use the word, like, bitch, like that or something, then I could see why she came in. But, like, if y'all were joking around and you
Yeah,
use the
like cause
word, it's fine.
even afterwards, right? Like there's this thing called Passover that I go to, and we
mhm,
was in the kitchen. We was in the kitchen joking around. She's like, "Yo, I fucking hate you, bitch." And I was walking away, and I was already far, and I'm like, "Yo, I fucking hate you too, bitch." And then like you're like joking around though, and then all you hear is like, "Sorry," and then we both say sorry, like, cause we know like after that day, like we don't really say
yeah.
bitch no more.
That I'm
So
saying because I feel like you became aware. They made you aware of how people really feel affected. So when you feel that shame or you feel that wrong that you did, you start to like become aware. You become self-aware of how you say things and where you say things. And for the most part, when we're growing up, we don't have that self awareness. You get that self awareness when you're a grown up. Like I said, I can't say ass in public because
Nah, I
I
don't know.
feel
I just think
it's not sensitive. To me, it's not sensitive. To me, it's because you
I
become
didn't say
self
it was
aware.
sensitive. I just said it's like it's
Yeah.
rude for someone else coming in, not knowing how me this person gets
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
So like let's say me, I call my friend, oh what's up, nigga? Like instead of saying homie, I say that, and then a white guy or black guy just gets offended,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, oh you don't even know us, so just back off. If I say it to you or one of your friends that I know that don't like it,
Mhm.
then I can see why you're stepping in, but at this time, you could back off.
Yeah,
It's
but
rude.
that's again, that's one of those things where nobody has the right to say that, no matter who went through it, who didn't. I mean, there's certain words that you shouldn't be saying, and you wouldn't say that to your boss, just like you wouldn't say that to your mom. You know what I'm saying? And if you say that to your mom or your
I mean,
boss,
I don't know.
then I don't know that relationship, because
Exactly. So
that's not passable anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's as you
All
become
right,
an
it's the same thing I say. When there's a mom trying to, there's a mom and their kid. The kid
Mhm.
starts to saying like, "Oh, fuck you" to the mom, this and
Yeah.
that. And then you know how there's strangers or like people around them be like, "Oh, why you letting your son talk to you like that?" And then
Mhm.
then there's where like the mom be like, "Oh, you don't tell me how my son gotta talk to me. If he wants to talk to me a
Yeah.
certain way, then let him talk to me. Who are
Yeah.
you to get him?" And
Yeah.
this conversation like, "Who are you? You're a stranger. You're nobody." Something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I see that
basically
all
the
the
same
time.
thing. So it's
Yeah.
just like really, if you
I don't
don't
know. I
know
feel
how
like
this,
people pick and choose. That's what it is. Like
True.
people pick and choose
yeah,
like when they want to do that.
yeah.
I mean, I think I applaud people who tell other parents they're not doing a good job, because honestly, the real world, apart from your neighborhood, doesn't work like you think it does.
Yeah, but at the
Obviously.
same time,
Know what
look,
I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you a perfect
Yeah.
example. Like you can't be telling people like you say you applaud people like that, but at the same time you can't do that because there's people like not for nothing, our cousins, you've seen it personally and you tell
Yeah.
them what to do
Yeah.
and they just go off. And I've
Yeah.
seen that firsthand, like so there's like I don't know, this you can't I don't think that like you say they should be applauded in your eyes, but
Yeah.
mine nah.
But the thing is that your parents didn't teach you the value of words, and they didn't teach you the right morals. You know, and that's why they feel offended when somebody who sees their kid is well behaved, and their kids don't disrespect them. You
yeah, but
know,
they don't have the right to tell you what to say
they
and
don't
what
have
not
the
to
right to tell
say.
you, but
So I'm
they
just
could
saying, so
criticize. They
back
could
off, so they could
criticize it.
back off.
Yeah,
Yeah, when they
but
criticize and then you criticize back, it just creates a whole new argument. So in the first
argument.
place, they
Yeah,
shouldn't be talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think, to me personally, I think it's like, if your kid is doing outside in public, it shouldn't have it. It shouldn't be happening in private either.
Well, that's
But
different now. And
yeah,
if my kid is
yeah,
doing like something illegal and then you tell him like, oh,
yeah.
you shouldn't be doing that because it's illegal, whatever, then I can see why you came up on him and
No, 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 no.
starts.
Yeah, no, no. We're still talking about, like, kid acting out in
Yeah,
public in
but
front
I'm
of his mom.
saying,
Yeah,
but like.
cursing her out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but at the
think.
same time, I
Yeah,
wouldn't tell the mom or dad, oh, you got to research something better, because then that thing creates a whole new thing
I would
that
just
you
like
don't
say
want to
something
get
like,
into.
yo, yeah, I would say like something like, yo, like not for nothing, but your son is doing something wrong.
yeah. If
Like
he's
he
if he's
should,
doing something wrong,
like I
yeah, then
caught
you
him
step
doing
up. Yeah,
this, like yeah, like you caught him doing this, and then you explain it to her, and then don't say nothing after that. Just be like,
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
just drop it.
All I'm saying
yeah,
is, I feel like what Kanye said was wrong because like then I don't know how Kanye is, but even though he's my brother, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure, like you said, you applaud people that tell the people how to raise their kids or whatever.
not
But
raise their kids, but to criticize the way that their kids are behaving.
it's basically
Yeah,
the same thing though,
yeah,
because at the end of the day, you're telling him how he should be raised.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like someone else come up to you and be like, "Yo, your child, you're raising him wrong." Right?
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's situational. Like I said, I wouldn't
No, it's
like
not
it.
situation.
No, but I wouldn't like it. But I'm not. It just comes down to the position. Like, eh, you want to be a good parent, and I think for
Obviously.
a lot of us, that's why where language and actions kind of differ. Because you see a lot of kids acting up where in the city, or like, if I go to the Bronx, my nephews kids my nephew's age, they will act out and do stuff like that, right? Like I've seen it before. I lived in the city, and I see the disrespect, right? You come to the suburbs, some kids do that, but it is areas, right? Usually where there's like a lot more poverty, n- a lot more younger parents. You see that, people who are not well prepared or people who didn't really take the time to raise their kids. You see that. I'm not saying that that's the truth for every neighborhood, but for the most part, I see that, in
Yeah,
those
in
type of
that case,
neighborhoods.
you let them be. You just let them be. If that's how they were raising, you let them be.
Yeah.
You just let them be. But if they start to do something to you,
To
then
you, now then
yeah,
you
then
speak
that's
out. Yeah.
different.
No, but what I'm saying is for me, like people who be like, yo, your kid, like I don't know how you raise your kid, you better do a better job. I've always saw that was like, you know, obviously I would feel bad if somebody tells me in front of my kid that my kid is being a jerk, right? Because that means that people should mind their business, right? Like we said, it's like mind your business. Let me do me. But at the same time, it's like if you don't hear that, then it just looks bad.
All right, let's just say, all right, in Marcus' situation, and how that friend responded to Marcus, said, "Oh, you shouldn't be saying that word." What happened
Yep.
to Marcus' friend was there too, or someone who was closer to Marcus and be like, "Oh, you don't have to be telling him what to say or what he shouldn't
Yeah.
say or what to do."
Mhm.
It just would have made that thing worse. If she wouldn't have spoke to Marcus in the first place, it would have just been fine.
Yeah.
But now Marcus is ashamed to say something, to do something around her. Then see
Mhm.
what cause change.
It costs change, but good change because now you understand that some words you shouldn't be using liberally like that. You know
Well,
what I'm
not
saying?
really, because what happens
Because
if I like the Marcos before and not the one now?
what?
What happens if I like the old Marcos, not the new Marcos?
Well, then that's the problem between you two, right? Because
No, because then I
you
would have just
shouldn't.
left him.
No, but then that's the problem. Is that what I see? What the older woman said is like, girl,
Yeah, I
if you
know.
like this boy, don't get along on a crude level, right? If this is the only way you could have fun by cursing each other out and using words that degrade you,
And
then
you
like
yourself are stupid.
have some more respect for yourself. That's what she was trying to tell the person, right? There's ways to flirt, and then there's
Yeah,
ways
but
to
that's how
like,
most of the girls flirt. They'd be like, "Yo, shut the
yeah,
fuck up."
but that's because one, there is the culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know any better,
They get
They
to
don't,
know it.
yeah.
No, but
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't. It's culturally. It comes from where you're at and how you're raised. Because there's there's normal relationships out there that don't start with like, "Hey, girl, you got a fat ass. Let me hit." Even though that's how I approach
I was
everything.
gonna say
But
yeah, but you be the main one
Wow.
that be saying stupid shit like that. So
true, I be
I
saying that. Yeah.
and that's what I'm
What?
saying. With you, I hate it when we have discussions or arguments because with you, it's always gonna be semantics, and we always gonna go in circles, and I always fucking hate it, and it's always the same thing every single time.
Well, this is the end of my TED talk. I'll see you next time. No, I'm playing.
I say, boy, if you don't shut your stupid ass up.
So I mean, for me, it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know, I kind of live two split lives, right? I have my friends persona, and then I have my professional
Eh,
persona, right?
yeah, and I remember you said that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
No, no,
to
yeah,
me, in my opinion, that's just you being a fake person, and
somewhat, yeah.
I ain't with that shit. So fuck out my fit. Nah, but I'm playing.
Wow.
Nah, I'm
So like
playing.
my professional
But
persona is me
yeah,
being a little bit more proper, being a
yeah.
little bit more reserved, being a little bit more, conscious of what I say, right?
Sorry if you
That's
could hear all
that
this.
that's yeah, that's a lot of like to me, that's what I'm saying. As an adult, once you get us past a certain age, it's just you're like,
Yeah,
bro, it doesn't look good. Right. If
yeah.
I'm 25 saying, yo, what's up, bitch, they might pass it. He's like, oh, he's in his 20s. When you're like 45 and you're like, yo, what's up, bitch? No, it doesn't look cute. It's not the right thing. You should have known better. You should have been taught better,
I thought that I'm cute anyway.
True.
Exactly. Have a good night. Bye.
Yeah. But like,
Nah.
he's a young age right now. So him saying have a good night, bye, it's okay. But when he's 35 and he's like, "Yeah, I'm cute
I ain't
anywhere,"
gonna lie.
have a good night,
That's
bye.
well, the have a
It's
good
gonna
night,
look
bye. I'll
weird.
probably say that shit the rest of my life because that will forever be funny to me.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like after a while, like these childish tendencies, they tend to not age well with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And this is where a lot of my comments they seem a little bit more harsher because I feel like I'm a little bit more past that age where you guys are at, but I'm not too old where it's like, why are you trying to be grown up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, tell Coco to get on the podcast. Tell him I want to hear him.
He be too ignorant.
Wait, we completely
Oh.
forgot about the YouTuber Desire.
Decide he fell asleep.
Because you be saying for our podcast.
We're talking about. Oh, he's still here.
Because you be dropping
I'm about to get
all
off
these
though,
racial and
Fortnite's
thingy
updating.
slurs.
Downtime.
So join.
Wait, tell him to download the app on his phone so he could join.
He said he don't want to.
It's like a radio talk show. I don't know if he's ever heard the radio. He fancy.
Wow. He
That's
bougie.
all we listen to. Nah, let me stop. We ain't had
That's
no
what-
cable.
I mean, growing up, like this is the thing. Like
Barely had a car.
I barely had a car. Like this is one of the things that I saw is like
Wait, what?
yeah,
No.
you can curse in Spanish.
Well, you could curse. You can't say like I said,
Racial
no,
or homophobic or anything like that. That's off
Yeah.
the table.
No. No.
He could say, well, you could curse, but you can't be ignorant with the curse.
we could censor it. We could censor it.
Yeah, we could censor. Tell him to get on.
He said they said they could censor it, so get on and say whatever you want. He said
Whoa, wait. I say say
Well,
whatever
Don't
you-
say whatever you want. I need to hear his because we need somebody a little bit older so he could show you guys what I'm talking about. Just so like
He's just as ignorant as us right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like I want to see
give
if
him
people
the
closer
give
to
him the
my
headset.
age.
Give him the headset. Give him the headset.
I don't have my headset.
Or
Wait,
give him
throw it
the
over here.
headphones or
I
whatever.
want to talk to you.
Don't tell him not to say
Daniel
anything until I'm
Alex.
gonna ask him the question.
Yo,
Yo,
what happened?
Pablo. All right, so we're doing a podcast, right?
Uh-huh.
So we were having the discussion. Have you ever called someone like a female a bitch, right? In public, and have you ever felt guilty about it?
No.
Have you ever been in a situation where you said a let's say a bad word and then somebody corrected you? Have you ever
Yeah.
felt that shame of that guilt? Like, bro, did I really do bad?
Mm,
It doesn't have to be a bad word.
Surprisingly, not with a female though.
Not what I feel, but with a dude, right?
Yeah, like I
You
guess
said-
because there was a little kid in front of me and shit.
And then you felt like so, like it's hard to explain this feeling, but it's just like it just felt wrong, and you just felt like, bro, like I really messed up on that, right?
Sort of, but then I'm like, you shouldn't have your kid around and shit.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
Yeah,
And,
but that's what we're.
But still, it's still you still have that little guilt or
Yeah, that
your
guilt,
gut.
right?
Yeah. You can say
So,
that.
so that's what we're talking about. So we were talking about is like, do you feel like people now are more sensitive to certain
People-
words, or?
People are now sensitive. Period.
But what I'm saying is, are we more sensitive, or
I
are
don't know.
we?
I don't know what you mean by we, but people are more
No.
sensitive. Period.
Okay, as a
As a
society right now, are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
more sensitive, or do we
Yes.
value
much.
ourselves a bit more?
No, too much. Too sensitive.
So what is too sensitive to you?
Because before I could call you whatever and you wouldn't get
Yeah.
offended because we're joking around. But now all of
Yeah.
a sudden if I call you some
A
sort of
marrano, right? Like if I'm walking down the street,
they gonna be
they're
like, you're
like-
offending the pig and like
and then yeah, but that is
so
true, right?
like come
That
on,
is
like, what
true.
kind of shit is that?
Because what if you have a problem losing weight? Like I don't know your
Yeah.
personal, so you might.
I mean, but
actually
that's
go
just
to
you
gym.
just being sensitive. That's
But that's not
Exactly.
sensitive. To me, I feel like now we understand the weight of words. You know what I'm saying? Now I know my boundaries. Now I know that a word like that.
No, you probably you force yourself to learn something because people are sensitive. That's what it is.
Yeah,
If somebody calls me fat, I know I'm fat.
Yeah.
It's just up to me whether I take it to the ass or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
whatever, I don't mean to curse, but whatever.
No,
you're
that's
good.
fine.
You're good.
So I don't, I know I'm fat. So what else
Yeah.
can I do? Either lose weight or just
Keep on being
keep being
fat.
fat.
But yo,
That's
but
it.
how would you feel like if I approach you, be like, yo, pa, you mad fat? Like that's gross, right? You will take offense, right?
I'll be like, have a
But
good night, pa. That's it.
yeah, but what if somebody comes up to you? What somebody comes up to you is like, hey, I saw you're a little bit overweight. You might need to work out a little bit more. Which one hurts more?
I don't know. I probably want to fight both of them. So
Yeah, but you know why? You know why the hey, you're a little bit overweight hurts a little bit more? Why it stings a little bit more?
because I'm being honest.
Because you're being honest and you're giving that person respect. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not
Yeah.
respect.
To me, that's what I'm saying. Like you're giving that person their humanity when you say like, hey, you're really
But
ugly.
I understand what you're saying. But like,
Yeah.
for example, like if I come up to you, I'll be like, yo, Candido.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, you was skinny. What's going on? Like you going
Yeah.
from yo? Number one, that's none of my fucking business. What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on with your life?
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
So like you said, it's okay. It's understandable because
Yeah.
you said, people have trouble losing weight, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool, but that's number one. Like, mind your fucking business. That's it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like the way we say things
Like, I'm not
have a
about
little
to
bit
go
more
to.
fat.
I'm not about to go to some homeless guy. Be like, yo, last time I saw you, you was homeless. Now you even broke it. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, what I'm telling you is that we're talking about words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
are people a little too sensitive?
I'm just ignorant. I like to curse a lot. If you notice, like, I like
Yeah,
cursing.
but does it hurt?
Half of the shit that I say, I curse. But
Yeah.
that's just the way I am. Like,
But
I don't know.
do you? So when you go out to different areas, when you go outside your own community, don't you
Like,
feel out of place? Because one, you talk the way you
no,
talk.
it's not that I curse a lot. I just like being brutally honest sometimes.
Yeah. But then you go to certain areas, right? And then you're like, okay, maybe I'm a little too
Ignorant?
curt, a little too ignorant, right? One, because I grew up, this way, but now when you're in an area where it's all different, right? Certain people value their boundaries.
Okay. For example, right? How you said you talk how you talk, right? And you're over there. But do you feel some type of way when you come over here and visit us? Do you feel like
No,
maybe...
I mean, I feel like I have to be a little bit more like careful, because,
Respectful, right?
Not respectful, but just be careful to say certain things or certain things a certain way.
Yeah.
Not everybody understands it the same way. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. So, and that, I understand whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But I feel like
once you know me that I just talk that way. That's what it is.
yeah, but that's when we know each other. But like, you wouldn't go to your boss and be like, yo, what's up, fat ass? You'd be like, hey, how's it going, sir? I mean, it depends on the relationship. But if you just get to a new job, you wouldn't be like, yo, what's up, bitch? Like, no, right?
You
that's
would
not
think
relationship.
so. You would think so, right?
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, because that's my professional. My jobs are different.
You would think so, but nah,
But
I understand.
After a few months, you're like,
I just
hey,
feel like
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like people are not more sensitive now. I think people now realize that certain things now they carry a little bit more weight, and I think now we respect more of our boundaries than we used to before. And I feel like when somebody comes to you like, hey, you're unattractive, compared like, yo, you ugly, I think being called unattractive is a little bit more demeaning, because they're showing you the respect and they're not being brutal.
I got bills and shit to worry about for me to be worried about somebody calling me unactractive. Like,
but when they come,
I'm ugly, okay, but I still got these bills to pay. Like, they're not gonna pay themselves. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when somebody comes to you and they say, yo, you ugly, you automatically want to step up and fight, right? But when somebody comes to you and tell you you're unattractive, you want to step up and fight, but it looks wrong because they were stating their opinion. They weren't insulting you. That's where I say, like,
but it's contradicting too, because I
Exactly.
can say my opinion. I can say my opinion too, and then I look like the ignorant one, but I'm just saying my opinion.
And that's what I'm saying.
It has its pros and cons, you could say.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. Like,
and it also comes down to how you said it earlier, right? You said, but who are you to come to me and tell me I'm ugly?
Yeah.
All right then.
No,
that's
no, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is words have meaning, and I carry a little bit more weight. That's what I'm trying to say. So how you
Yeah.
say things is a little bit more.
Yeah, because all right, jokingly, like, all right, somebody be like, all right, somebody comes to me like you said, a person that I don't know, and they be like, yo, you look a little bit overweight, and I'll be like, you know what, you're looking a little bit too ugly, like, but that's just my opinion. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, I can lose weight, you can't lose ugly, so who wins there?
yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
But
Like
then he
you're not
looks like.
sensitive enough for it to hurt you, right?
Well, not me, but
Yeah.
But then then that's what he means. He's telling, well, you look ugly. Then Gogoro like he the bad guy.
Yeah.
yeah, because I call him ugly, and like I said, I'm just saying my opinion. He says
Yeah.
I'm fat, I probably am fat. I'm saying my opinion that he's ugly. He probably is ugly.
No, but what I'm saying is sensitivity in general, right? Like it's not right for somebody to come and tell you something like that, even if it's your opinion. Everybody has a right to an opinion. But
Somewhat,
I don't.
somewhat.
Yeah, it might not be the right opinion. It might not be the right moral thing, but they have an opinion. As
Like
a free man, we're free to think and free to speak, right? It might not be
Yeah,
the moral
but
thing.
that's why I'd rather stay home. That's why.
That's why. But what I'm saying is like it's not a bad thing to feel offended if somebody has an opinion that is wrong to yours, right?
No, everybody
Oh.
has an opinion.
And
It
now
just depends on how everybody take it.
is your actions after that offense that we take a little bit more like, oh, so why are you taking offense? Why are you acting this way when you hear it? I want to say that a lot of people now step up to an offense compared to like before. People will take the offense and then will drown it out. So people, that's what I'm saying. Like people are not too sensitive. People are not just speaking out because they choose. Because I think in their head is like, these words could hurt someone else that is not as strong as me, and it could lead to other things, right?
well, I mean, if they're speaking out, then they're
Yeah.
not as strong because they're
I,
offended.
I don't know, because we Mexicans, so we get called all
True.
types of names.
All types of
So
uglies and fat.
they be like, you ugly, you short, you this, you black,
Yeah.
and all of this. At the end of the day, we're not worried about what we are. We gotta
Yeah.
pay bills. That's what I'm worried about.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a little bit more cultural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's where
still,
you come from. But I
some people are
think,
more sensitive
yeah, but I think
sometimes.
in general, I think it helps us all if we learn that, just be respectful and communicate better. Words communicate things, right?
Yeah.
Just don't be calling everybody every type of bitch out there. Just be like,
No,
yo, I
wait.
don't like your opinion, and leave it at that, right?
Yeah, but there's a like I said, there's a thing that you don't see us walking down the street and I see the lady that lives there and be like, "Yo, what's up, bitch?" Like, no, that's not the
Yeah.
right thing to do,
Yeah.
right?
I probably would, but just because
Yeah.
well, who said that? Kevin Hart. I don't know your I don't know your name personally, so I'm
Mm.
gonna just call you that until I know your name.
Well, and that's the other thing, right? Henny had said something about Kevin
Who
Hart,
said that? Kevin Hart said that, right? Or,
Yeah.
No,
no,
Cat
Cat
No,
Williams.
Cat
Williams. Cat
Williams.
Williams.
So
Yeah.
Henny, what was the thing what happened with Kevin Hart?
So that he tweeted out like 10 years ago saying that if I ever catch my son playing with the Barbie doll house, I'm gonna break it on his head.
Hmm. And the way he was choosing to apologize wasn't what everyone expected, right? So were we too sensitive when he says like, I said what I said is not me who I am now, but I'm not apologizing for that, right? So do you think we were too sensitive because he didn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way"?
Yeah,
Or
because at the end of the day, his fucking life.
Mhm. But I think,
I don't know. I
Mm.
mean, it just looks wrong because he's a public figure. Because if somebody else would have said that's not famous, I'm pretty sure nobody would have gave a fuck.
That is true.
pretty much,
So it's difficult to compare or to point out celebrities or like 'cause their life. They're a public figure. Their lives is
and that's where
all around. So
Yeah.
'cause like I said, because if it would have been your neighbor that nobody knows, I'm pretty sure not
They
even
would've laughed it
1%
off.
of
Yeah.
nobody would have gave a fuck.
Like,
So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, we hold our celebrities and our public figures to a higher moral degree that we do to
Not
ourselves.
not me. I don't
No, but
know.
I'm saying like in general. So why can't we do that to every single person that we know, right? Why can Kevin Hart not be racist and homophobic, but
Because he's a comedian.
why can't Joe not
he
be
ha-
racist and homophobic?
he has to be. If not, he
So
starves.
true, but that it only that only works on certain people, and after a while, it
But
just
all
becomes
right, his I guess his
demographic or his
no
audience.
his point is that at the end of the day we shouldn't be too sensitive or shouldn't take things to the heart, because at the end of the day things are true, and then like we can't stop them from being true. So we can only laugh about them sometimes.
True.
So I don't know.
See,
I just feel like some people are too sensitive. That's what I'm saying.
okay. My counter to that was that I don't think people were sensitive. I think that we now understand the weight of words.
No, I think everybody understood the words before. They just
No, but the weight the weight of it, the impact that it carries.
yeah, I know what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I mean, like, gay has been around since I don't know.
Yeah.
It meant the same thing that it meant 10,000 years ago. That what it means right now.
No,
So-
but when you call now someone gay, like, will you say that to Dono in public when you're like in the subway? Like, yo,
I
you
always
gay?
call this nigga gay.
Well, that's the problem. That's
that
the
don't
problem.
make it gay. That don't make him gay.
That don't make him gay, but the way you say it, it sounds like an offense. It sounds like something wrong, which is not.
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how I view the word. It gay, like, it's just like when somebody said, "Oh, you're Mexican." Yes, I am Mexican. But when somebody said, "Oh, you're a Mexican," I'm like, "Whoa, like that sounds offensive. You're using my race or my culture as an offense." So
Well, I am a Mexican, so
yeah.
I mean,
So
it depends. I mean, if a redneck or something like that, or a Trump supporter would come to me and be like, "You were a Mexican," I'd be like, "Whoa, Karen."
yeah, that's what I'm
Relax.
saying. Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying.
But
Like-
that's the difference though. Is that
Were
intent?
you
No, you know what's the
were you
racist part is
sensitive
that they
when
don't tell you. It's not that they say, "Oh, you're a Mexican." It's, do you speak Mexican? No, it's like Spanish. They ignorant too. Like, come on.
So you see, were you too sensitive when somebody asked you that?
No, I don't really care.
No. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. To me, it would be a little too sensitive.
At the end of the day, is that like Coco said, like I wouldn't care. It's just at the end of the day, it just makes you look like a dumbass. Makes you look like a retard. Sorry again. Sorry.
Wow,
Sorry.
look at that! Look
Sorry.
at that! Those are words we don't want to tolerate, because there is people who have mental retardation, right? There's people who struggle to live their life normally because of incapacities
I
that
don't
they
know.
didn't ask for. I think me growing up and then going through so many of these things, like dealing with somebody who's in the spectrum, right? Talking to friends that are married and they have kids who have autism or Down syndrome or disabilities, it hits different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I feel like that's just you taking it too personal.
do you feel like that's me taking it too personal?
Like you taking it like to heart, like when you
Yeah,
shouldn't have
because
to.
I've seen people use those words on kids that can't defend themselves.
But that's
Okay.
different though. That's different.
Yeah,
That's
and
different.
that's why
Yeah.
to me, when you say something like that, it doesn't matter whether you're saying it to someone jokingly. It's an
No,
offensive.
because all right, I get you. I get you.
Wait,
on that
wait,
point.
before we
Wait,
continue,
hold on. Huh.
why? How about you get Tono his phone and you get the app so you could be part of it? You want to do that?
Not really, but
Wow. Okay.
no. I was just gonna say this. What I was gonna say. I understand what you're saying on that part. Like,
Yeah.
somebody calls how you call it, incapacitated. How
Yeah.
you say it? Incapacitated person to defend themselves. All right, that's one thing. But I would call somebody I don't know if I can say the word, whatever.
Mhm.
Well, the word that Alex just said earlier.
Yeah.
Damn.
To somebody, right?
Yeah.
To somebody. But what I mean, or I'm trying to say, like, come on, you have the brain to you know better than that, basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're just acting a fool. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, for me,
But I'm not like saying that he's like
mentally
mentally ill or
incapacitated.
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying
You're
it's
just
like
saying, yeah.
he knows better. He knows better. That's what
Yeah.
it is. He knows better, and he wants to act a fool, or the person wants to act
Yeah.
a fool.
But do all retarded or mentally retarded people act that like that?
No.
No.
All right, so that's what to me that's where it becomes an insult because you're offending everyone under this umbrella, you know. So there, then at this point, instead of telling him, "Yo, stop being a retard," you'd be like, "Hey, stop being a fool. Don't act childish." You know, there's words.
Yeah, but now
that
you
word.
just in that case you attacking all these kids.
That's
Yeah.
If you want to get
Well, I'm
get
just-
down
Get
to
tech,
it,
yeah,
you're
right?
calling all these kids like
well, I'm describing a behavior. Childish is a
okay,
behavior.
exactly.
Yeah.
Foolish,
Foolish. Yeah.
childish is being a child,
Yeah.
being
Acting
a
like
child.
a child. Yeah.
No, not acting like a child, being a child. When
Yeah.
you say childish is a grown man or woman acting childish,
Yeah.
because a child is gonna be a child regardless.
No,
So
yeah.
you can't call a child childish.
Childish. No, but I'm saying like when we were talking to Alex,
Mm.
What?
like right instead of calling him the retarded, you call him childish, or you call the act that he's doing right. If he's throwing,
You acting a fool. You acting a
yeah,
fool.
you're acting a fool. So he's acting a fool. If he's
Yeah.
throwing a temper tantrum, then I'm like, Alex, you're acting like a child. You're acting childish because only childs throw tantrums when they can't get where they don't get what they want. But if he's being a fool, stop acting like a fool. You know, you describe his actions,
That shit.
but you don't
Right.
use. And I think that's what I'm saying. For me, like growing up different areas, I've learned that your words that you choose to describe even your closest friend, right? In the eyes of other people, it just seems uneducated and it seems a little bit more hurtful. Because people do refer to each other as like, "Yo, what's up, bitch?" But I can't say that word to a female in general, like because I feel
mean,
like
it
that's degrading.
depends. But whatever. Yeah, I know.
What are your thoughts on that, Henning?
Like I said, people are sensitive.
People sound
He's outside. This
he
shit.
sound like he's speaking with his double chin.
Oh, but that's not being.
You see, that was offensive. That was offensive.
I got a double chin. What you trying to say?
Whoa, you see, that's offensive.
But it was a
I
joke.
should have said. It sounds like he's speaking like he's laying down on his phone.
That's just doing.
So now I can't lay down. That's what you saying?
Oh wow. See, now you're being too sensitive.
Oh
No.
no, nah.
So now I can't have feelings. That's what you're saying.
See? And that's why you use the proper words and you communicate better. You know?
Nah, I'm just being petty or
Yeah,
whatever that word is.
now we're playing semantics, you know. And that's what I like to do a lot,
Yeah,
but
you fucking.
you know, there's a lot more. I mean, I don't know. We've been talking for like what is it now?
About to be an hour now.
An hour and a half. You guys want to keep going? You guys want to end this chapter here?
I'm about to eat my popcorn, so I don't know.
I mean, if you want to keep talking, listen, I'm more than welcome to keep talking.
Now, hold on.
Hello.
Yep.
I mean, I was here the whole time. I could hear you.
Oh, you could hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know, Henny. What do you think?
He about to
Number
fall
one.
asleep.
You're falling asleep, Henny?
No, I was just watching YouTube.
Oh, you were watching YouTube?
Yeah, you were just trying to get that conversation.
Oh, I was dragging. Oh, I'm sorry.
But we didn't even ask Junior what he thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is something that's going on right now that really is capturing people's interest?
Right now,
Yeah.
that there's
A virus still
The-
spreading. You know.
the
maybe.
virus and the president.
Oh
what you
yeah,
call
they
it?
he has a fucking. What's that shit called? When they looking for people. A warrant for his
A warrant.
arrest or some shit.
For who?
That
For Trump.
They have a warrant for Trump?
Yeah.
Who?
What?
Oh my. The people they bombed. What's that country called?
Iraq?
no, that wasn't alright.
Iran?
Oh, maybe I don't know.
The people, you know, who they killed their military boss?
Yeah, I think it's those
It's
people.
Iran, yeah. So they have a warrant for Trump?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's all over the news.
Wow, I haven't even looked at it. You guys are a little bit educated on that? I mean, I want to say a little bit more on that.
Oh shit!
I'm never.
I
That's
just
all I
heard it.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
heard
I
it.
just
a
heard it.
couple.
I just saw it right now. I just looked it up right now.
What happened?
Iran issued arrest warrant for President Trump over Qasem Soleimani.
Yeah, that's their
Yeah,
thing.
that's the
Yeah.
Iran issued arrest warrant for Trump and 35 other relations to Islamic Revolution Guard Corps. Qasem Soleimani's death. The semi-official Fars news agency reports.
Yeah, so they said that apparently Iran soldiers or people are trying to kill U.S. soldiers that are in Iran right now.
Mhm.
So
Oh
Trump,
my
they're just waiting on Trump what he's gonna say or
God,
what
I'm
he's gonna do.
shitting on this kid, but I keep missing.
No, he's still playing
They stay playing Fortnite.
I don't know, I'm playing FIFA. Like, I hit the fucking post like 7 times already.
So apparently, okay. So apparently, he's um they issue, I guess, a warrant, yeah,
Yeah.
to trial him or get his side of the story. Do you think something like that will ever happen to another president, or like do you think something like that
I don't
happens
think
to presidents?
nothing this president has going for him is gonna happen to any other president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We never
Like,
know. We had like a
the
race.
man is a whole Twitter fiend. One,
Mm-hmm.
he has characteristics of fucking Hitler,
Yeah.
and he really try to get people to use what's that shit called? Like the shit that they have in Clorox
Mm-hmm.
to fucking cure the virus.
Why?
What's that shit called that they were saying that he was trying to use? It was some
Oh,
type of Clorox.
Chlorine.
chlorine. No. Well, yeah. Chloroquine is the drug. But yeah, the antibacterial, chemical he wanted to use for a vaccine. Oh man,
Yeah.
I was surprised that Kokoro had a deep opinion about this. Tell him to get on.
He don't want to. He's watching shit.
See, tell him what's a good movie that's out right now.
I don't think there's no movies right now.
What is he watching? Oh my god! All right. Well, I mean that's crazy though. Like I would have never thought of the president like this. Like Tono said, like
it's just I don't think none of this would have happened if someone. I don't know what's. I really want to know what goes through that man's head. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought he was in his 60s, but he's in his 80s. I spoken to older people, and sometimes they're gone. Honestly, like when you're past 70, you're kind of gone.
yo, first off, don't disrespect my grandfather. That he was smacked
No,
the
but
fire at you.
true, but then he'll forget that he smacked me
No,
and be
he,
like,
no, he
"Okay, let me
wouldn't.
smack
No, he wouldn't. He'll remember next
what
week
I'm
too.
saying. But I'm saying, like, after you get to a certain age, you start to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah,
surprised
I
that he's
mean,
80 something years old and he's our president.
I mean, they just really did it just because he's like a really good businessman,
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I
That's
really
the
wanna,
picture that people paint. Yeah.
I really wanna know what goes to that man because so called he's the smartest entrepreneur or whatever. It's like he sucks ass and trying to lead a
But
whole
remember,
nation.
I mean, a business is more than just one person running it, right?
Yeah.
You have your workers, you have your lawyers, and you have people who do this stuff for you. I mean, the reason why he's called a good businessman is not because he's the one coming up with the terms. His lawyers are doing it, right? But what people are so polarized by him is because he's a celebrity,
Yeah.
and they
That
don't, he
became a
takes the
president.
credit. He takes the credit for all of this that happens behind the scenes, you know. So that's the other thing. Like, oh, he's a good businessman, but if I'm making a deal with you, right? I go to my accountant first, and he's going to tell me what's a good number to throw out. I'm not going to go to Chris and tell him, yo, I'm going to give you $3 million, right? So you can play for me. No, I talk to my financial advisor and be like, yo, what can we really offer him, right? Because if I'm not even making $1 million, I'm offering him $3 million, we're both gonna drown. Like, one, he's not gonna get paid, and I'm gonna get sued. And two, like, there's no way to make a living off of that, right? But when you're such a public figure, you take credit for everything, you know?
Yeah, don't know. Fuck, it's not always about you.
It
Yeah.
is. You whore.
Oh, I'm
Oh, yeah,
I don't
offended.
like how
I'm
you, I don't
offended.
like how you use the word
Wow,
whore.
yeah, you using the word whore. But then again, like this, you see how we do this? We minimize the impact of other
Oh
people
my
who really feel that way.
god.
I'm
Oh
just
my
saying,
god.
think about it. Think about
Shut
it.
up, man. Shut up.
Yeah, you're dragging it now, Candy.
I
I'm not
totally
dragging it. We're
dragged
talking
it.
about the president.
Yeah, no, I meant like the whole sensitivity thing. You dragged it all the way over here.
I'm hey, true. I
You
keep
pulled
all
that shit from the dead and you dragged it again.
true. It's just don't be. We're not sensitive. We just more woke. That's what it
Yes.
is.
We
Well,
too
like
woke.
too woke.
Here we go.
But I think that's the problem though. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like younger kids are more aware and tuned than they were before.
For
Like
sure.
yeah, like they know a lot more better than we do. Like when
I don't
my
know, X
my
Junior.
my nephew said like the B word right in a text, and I asked him why did you text that? He was like, oh, I'm sorry. He knew that was a bad word, and from now on, you know, he hasn't said anything about it. Like it's just he knows,
The fuck?
and he's only, you know, he's only 5. And the other one is like 7 or 8, so they know those bad words now. So they just don't say it around. But yeah, like it's just crazy the things that are going out, especially with like, you know, I've always said this. It's like we're in a country of laws, right? Like laws that protect their citizens. But sometimes it doesn't even feel like that. Yeah, it just feels like the laws only apply to certain people.
Oh shit, here we go.
Here we go with the
White privilege. I'm playing.
I mean, do you guys believe in that though?
I kinda
Yeah.
Kind of do.
do. It definitely
it's true.
It definitely has a role.
And that's the thing, like, you know, we're all Hispanics, right?
Yeah.
We're all Latinos.
No.
I feel like
Hispanics.
they're Hispanics, whatever you want to call it. Latinx,
No.
Latinx, like you know,
No.
the younger kids want to call themselves Latinx. You know, they're more woke.
Who's
Like,
man's?
They
Look at
ignorant.
Chris,
That's
look at
why they
Chris,
just
he
as
got the X in their
ignorant.
name. You know, he's woke. Oh, look, Alex, he's a Latinx. He got the X on the name.
First off, don't
Nah,
be
but
no, because my name has an X because it has an X.
And
Because,
so,
because my name
Wait.
is Alex, alright?
do you think if it was another group of kids or young adults like in our situation, will they have a more advantage of getting all this stuff out, or would they be in the same boat as us?
Wait, what? Repeat that again? Sorry.
nah, they'll have more
So
advantage.
if a group of let's say white kids like us, they're talking about the same things, doing the same things we are, right?
Mhm.
Do they have more of an advantage to become bigger than us
hell yeah, definitely.
because of race? Do you think that's true?
Yep. Yeah,
And
you know why?
one
Because
Why?
sorry to
race.
interrupt. Because I
Mhm.
remember there was, I forgot where I saw. I think it's Instagram. They were like, oh, they were talking about TikTok and how people
TikTok, yep.
don't blow up as other people, and it's like, oh, our color people. There's a black girl. She was
Mhm.
like, oh, color people. She didn't say black. She said color people should stand out, so more people could get like famous or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she said, and it is true. I see that happen.
So one of the things that happened with TikTok was that if you see TikTok, everyone has nice hair, everyone has nice teeth, their house looks nice, you know, they got white painted walls. It looks a little too perfect, right? And those are the ones that are getting like millions of clicks or replays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a study behind it where, you know, it was like
I mean, they already have
if,
money.
yeah, they have multiple articles on it. It's like if you seem a little bit overweight, if you don't look like the typical girl next door or the guy next door, you kind of get drowned out. And that's by
Yep.
choice. You know. So I do think that yes, there's a lot of factors that play into us. This is when I was telling, I think who was it? Desire, I think. I was telling him, it's like you got
Oh, he
no,
makes TikTok too?
what?
The
No, not
Zara
a
makes
TikTok. No. But we were talking about like, I don't want to be the next face clicks or whatever it was, whatever big streamer. I don't want to be the next Tifo. I want to be the next me. So people like me who look like me have somebody that they look up to, and they know that you can make it. I remember I had this conversation with one of you guys.
Yeah, I
or I think
remember.
we all
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think we were all we all had that team meeting, right? And I
Yeah,
said that
yeah.
when I'm talking to Dagger, right? He was like, "Yeah, I want to be the next face something." I was like, "Bro, no, you want to be the next you because you're gonna inspire the next Hispanic or Latino kid or Asian kid to be like you and know that it's possible to make it." But there's a lot of things that are stacked a little bit more against us, right? Just because of our color, the way we talk,
Yeah,
and who we are.
yeah.
It's not fair,
It is
but
not.
if we really struggle with this and eventually by luck or the grace of God, right, you could be that voice for those people and eventually you'll see that change, right?
But
But
yeah,
it's
but
hard
until we do something about it, nothing's
until
gonna
there's
happen.
somebody like us or somebody bigger than us.
Yeah,
I think we'll see that change.
yeah.
And this is why I always get irritated when you see, oh, I'm the next face this, I'm the next face that. Or,
I do
they
too.
call themselves Little Booga or whatever. It's like, no, bro, you got to be you. Not because I want you to be individual, but I want you to be self-assured that who you are, right? Obviously, we say it because of the skill and the name recognition, but that's ingrained, right? It was like there was a study of the the little kids, and they were giving them black dolls and white dolls, right? And they asked them, it's like, which is the bad doll? And they will always point to the black doll, and then it's like,
Wow.
which is the good doll, right? And it's crazy how we ingrain that. We don't think about it, but it's ingrained in our heads. Because there is a few Hispanics or Latino streamers that are big, but we just don't know them because we don't watch them. Because everything that's produced to us is a little bit more whitewashed, right?
Sure.
So it's just a little bit strange, but it's always hard for the first ones to break ground. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Like, how do we facilitate that?
that I honestly have no answer for that.
For me, I feel like that is something you can't change.
You can't change.
Well, not yet. Like everything's gonna
Yeah,
change.
like,
There's
yeah,
always
but
gonna be a change, but it's
I think
can't change
in
that.
that case is gonna be too hard.
Do
Because
you?
knowing that,
And also, I didn't mean to cut you off, any, but it's
yeah,
also
yeah,
like,
fine.
sorry, it's also gonna be like the Black Lives movement. I
Mhm.
think something like that has to happen. Like
In order for us to see it,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll elaborate on it in a bit, but I'll let Henny go first.
I was saying, like, if you think about it, like, it might sound racist or anything. It might sound racist too, but I don't mean it to sound that way.
Yeah.
You know, like how these white kids, like 5, 7 year olds, already have phones and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They could easily like download like the app with Twitch or YouTube or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and start watching people who are top, which are mainly white people.
Mm-hmm.
But then a 5-year-old who's black doesn't even have access to anything
Mm-hmm.
as a white year will have. You get what I mean? So more people on the white side will have access to it than the other one. That's why I feel like it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Since it's gonna be like unknown change.
And do you think it's a cultural thing though, right? Or do you think it's
Yeah,
something that, yeah,
it's
it's like,
culture.
yeah. So I mean, one, like he has what he's saying is true. Like, usually minority kids don't have as much access as to the stuff that white kids will have, right? Like, I got my first computer when I was like 15, but I knew kids in my class that had the first iPhone or the first laptop because they were a little bit more affluent. In my school they were white.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't have a white collar job. He's always been a blue collar type person. He's the one breaking the rock, not telling people to break rocks.
Yeah.
So even though he in my situation, we didn't grow up poor compared
But
to what my friends went through. Like,
we did struggle.
yeah, we did struggle, but not to the extent that a lot of people struggled. Like, I knew kids that they didn't have parents or didn't have money like that. They would wear the same school shoes from for 2 years, right?
I think we all went through that though.
I think we all went through that, right?
Yeah, I think we all went through that phase. Like, even if it was the earliest thing, I feel like we all went through that. Like,
Went
to
through
a
that.
point, yeah, like to a point, like, yo, you wear the same clothes, broken, like fucking socks with holes in them,
Yeah.
hand me downs, all that type of shit. So I feel like we all went through.
But your parents, you didn't struggle, right?
No, of course not.
But there was kids that struggled a lot more. Right?
Yeah,
So you feel like you were lucky because you didn't
course.
suffer as much as that. So that's for me. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like we all struggle, but it's a little bit more for us. Even though I wasn't as bad as the other ones, I still struggle, and
Yeah, of course.
it's still a setback compared to people who have that money and who have that education. You know, my
Yeah.
dad might be a blue collar worker, but that doesn't mean that the white collar worker is smarter than him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He
It's
just
an
had more.
opportunity. That's what it was. Like he
Yeah.
was able to go to college, and my dad wasn't. He does the accounting, but my dad has to do the hard labor. They both could do the same math. They both could read the same letters. It's just the opportunity, and that's what Henny, like. I feel he was right on that. It's like sometimes we're more disadvantaged,
For sure.
and it's not because we can't. It's just is that stacked a little bit more against us. Like I've been lucky enough. Like I went to college, right, and I have a higher rate of getting hired than my black coworker, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
not that color. But if you put me against a white kid who just got out of college and has less experience than me,
He
but
gonna be
because
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
I
could
was
beat
about-
me because he's a little bit more
His
their
fucking
type.
credit score is already higher than
Yeah, than
So-
mine. So, and I see that, and it's not always true, but for a lot of people, is a lot more true.
But again, I want to like say something.
Yeah.
I don't think that we're saying like all white people.
Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
No.
They don't. Some of them do. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
But there are some people that do struggle too. Some white people
Yeah.
are struggling too. We're not saying that every white person like no.
It's successful and they have it all together. No.
Yeah, no. There is people that are white and that have struggled too.
Yeah.
But
But I think for me, in the eyes of the internet, it's a lot easier for
yeah.
They just have an upper hand.
a
Yeah.
little bit more of an upper hand. One, with technology, and two, with the resources, and three, with acceptance. It's hard for me to accept somebody that looks like me or a lot more different than me than somebody I see all the time.
True.
Like it's like, yo, who is this Mexican kid? Like I was watching some kid named he rejuvenates and resold sneakers.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, who is this clown? Right? Because he was Spanish, right? I was making fun of him. But then I saw this white kid, throw his Yeezys in the
trash.
dryer and be like, oh, he's smart. And then, but
if you look at the
kid was doing
Mexican
the
do
same
it,
thing.
yeah.
And I was clowning the Mexican kid. It's just one I think sometimes we have that in our brain where we kind of attack our own and then just to blend in with the rest. But that's what I thought I saw.
Yeah. I don't know. We live in a world that is just so fucking weird and I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't things be so simple and normal?
But I
get it.
mean, in time, I think once is like we think about the people who back then who used to live without water, right, or without roads. It's like, how did they get through it?
Just got through it.
I think our grandchildren are going to be the same way. It was like, how did Grandpa go through it? It's like, all it took was a can of Coke and like internet. I survived the Rona.
Wow.
You
really kind of cool.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people, it's just the future is this is one of my things, right? My things is like I've always had this dream, right, of one day just waking up and I'm 70 years old. You know why? Because I'll wake up and I'll basically wake up in the future when all the struggle, all the hard work, all the disappointment and all the success is just done, and I'm just living it out, being looking back,
Chill, you're gonna get me excited. Nah,
no, I know, and it's a little bit hard to think, but I've always had that dream. It's like once just waking up and boom, in the flash of an eye, everything happens.
yeah.
Just sitting somewhere. But at the same time, when I think about it, it's like, yo, am I gonna be sitting on a porch, owning my own house, or am I
still
gonna be
renting?
sitting in a McDonald's stealing their Wi-Fi and eating the same fries from like 3 hours ago? It's just the future is crazy. It's exciting because you guys are still young. You're still gonna go through your 20s. You're starting your 20s right now.
Man, we don't go into World War III then, yeah.
True.
Man.
But it's crazy. Just think about it.
Or
Sometimes
if
I think,
no other fucking virus comes through by next week, then
especially the sire, man. That kid is only 9. He's just got out of diaper.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said
Like-
9. He's 12.
Oh, he's 12. He just get out of diapers. And
He's 12, so shut the fuck up.
He just learned how to wipe.
That
But that's the thing.
Zaire, you here?
He said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go,
Oh,
boys."
yeah.
Like I grew up. To me, I grew up like.
Let's ask that question towards Junior then. Give
All
him
right.
the-
What?
Well, no, what were you gonna say? Direct that towards him.
Oh no, I was gonna say like, how does it feel? Like I don't know how his living situation is. For me, like I grew up. Kokoro and my sister and all of them were years younger than me. And then, Cheese, Tio Pedro, and all of them are years older than me. I grew up solo by myself in that gap, I think the only other person that was my age was Judy.
Wait,
So,
Or
okay.
Lisbeth.
yeah. So me and her grew up the same, right? But I think there was more girls closer to age or a little bit older than her. Than there was boys closer to my age, right? So my whole thing, like this is why I had friends outside the neighborhood. This is why I didn't really hang out with my cousins and
Fucking selfish.
all that.
Stop.
Because I will go to different neighborhoods. I will go to different parts of the city and hang out with different people, right?
Wow.
So to me, it was always different. Like I felt like I didn't fit in within my own family,
Here we go. Now he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm the not black."
No, I don't even know what you were gonna say. But what I was saying is like, it's just for me, like I'm saying, like right now I'm older than you guys, but I'm not that old. So how does Desire feel being in that situation right now where he's way
Wait,
younger than all of
Desire.
us?
Do you have a phone?
No, he's on his computer.
No,
No, no.
I have a phone.
You do
he
have a
does
phone?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Why?
Which one?
So for me, it's like Desire. How do you feel being in this situation with us? We're a little bit more older than you, but not that old.
When I guess,
This is a serious question.
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you feel?
Try to answer that seriously as you can.
Like, how do you feel? Do you think
Give me a
that?
sec. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're
Collect your thoughts.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're giving you a good impression of what to expect growing up, or do you feel like honestly you just are not sure of the future?
Not sure.
You're not sure. Yeah.
But
So when
why-
you see
why?
when you
what
hear
makes you what
Yeah.
makes you think that way?
Chris.
Chris,
Explain the white Chris though.
Cause he acts sus, and I wonder if I'm gonna act sus.
oh, when you grow up, you're
But see,
not
you're
sure.
looking at it. You're looking at it like right now. You're looking at it like he acts us, and you're not sure. So that's just gonna put an idea like, yo, I don't want to be that when I grow up. So that's
True.
like when that's how you should look at things. Like whatever you don't like now, make sure you don't fall into it in the future. Like don't. It sounds cheesy as fuck, but just don't follow people.
Mm-hmm.
do what you feel is right. Don't let nobody else tell you what you should do or what they think is right. And then you say you start acting sus,
Just because other people do it doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah.
You could be your own self. It's hard when
Your game.
it's hard when people all do the same thing and you want to be different, but you don't want to be excluded for being different.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens. Is you just either become individual or you follow everyone else.
What we're saying is, how do you really feel?
True.
Do you think that the way that we act around you,
Is it positive or is it negative?
yeah,
Give me a sec.
Yeah, like do you see the stuff that we do? Do you think that's a positive on you and other people that watches us, or is it negative?
Give me a sec.
I'm gonna let you calculate. Yo, deja vu. I swear I had this dream before.
I was gonna say that earlier.
Yeah.
That was
Probably
something.
because of yesterday.
No, but
Probably.
on YouTube and then waiting for him to speak.
Oh,
Yeah, it just I feel like I relived this again.
he said relift. I was like, chill, Mike Tyson.
Oh my god, my lisp.
Listen,
My que soy de vista.
Pissing me off.
you're not listening.
He's not listening. Yeah, oh my god. I told you I need the Invisalign.
True.
I was gonna say, are you saying give me a second because you're typing it out and you can't talk right now?
No.
Oh.
Bruh.
Are you playing a video game and that's why you
No. I'm waiting for my phone to update, but no, I'm thinking.
thinking? No, I would just feel like, do you think, okay, let's put it in simple terms. Do you think ABCO would be good for other kids or no?
Depends
Depends on what.
what type of stuff you say.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
What things should we say and what things we shouldn't say? What is that to you?
Curse words.
All right, so we shouldn't say curse words, right?
Nah, fuck. No.
So, how do you feel when we say curse words? Does it
I
bother you?
mean, no, I don't care, but like,
You think about other people instead of you.
yeah, cause like, what if people are watching you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want anyone to take like a bad offense, like
Yeah.
yeah, because you know the person, so you don't want people to look at them as like, oh, he's really ignorant. When it's like, no, he's a cool person. He's just like bad choice at the bad time, right?
Yes.
Pretty much. I don't want to keep putting words in your mouth. I want you to tell me.
Matter of fact, I want to ask a question. What makes you feel uncomfortable when you're around us? Like, what do we like? Something we say or something? Yeah, mainly what we say.
Nothing.
Why is that? Is that because like you feel like you got comfortable around us, or it's just like
Yeah.
Or is it just because we're like your family, basically?
So you're stuck.
Yeah. At first, I didn't want to talk to ya, like when I joined, but yeah, I got more comfortable, so I just started talking more.
Okay.
But was it because like you thought that we might make fun of you because of how you talk, or what was it?
No.
No, you just didn't feel like talking.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we were intimidating or no?
No.
No. Do you understand like intimidation, right? Like you feel like somebody's like
Like
it's hard to
mean or
explain.
like scary or like
Yeah.
that's how you felt. That's how you felt.
No.
No?
I didn't feel like that.
Oh, okay. I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit more intimidating, especially when like we first meet new people.
For sure.
I'm like a little bit more stern with my words. I'm like, yo, this is what my expectations are. This is, who I am. This is what I expect, right? But then that's just me setting boundaries, right? After that, we become real friendly and we're like, yo, what's up and all this stuff, right?
What up,
Now we
bitch?
start being like, yo, what up, bitch? Yeah.
Unless no.
It was a joke.
True. So I mean, I feel like I'm like that a lot, and I think it's a good thing because one, you show people how serious you are and how dedicated you are. But then once you get to know someone, you get to know the real person. You know, you get that friendship or that connection afterwards. You know,
For sure.
and that's why, like with Henny, I didn't know how to approach Henny, right? Because he's really quiet. But now that I know him, he's okay.
People, like, you don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like
Like, he
people,
weird.
like,
He weird. He
like
smells
people said,
funny.
yeah, wow. Like people said, like, yo, is that really Henny? Like I heard somebody say that too. He was
Oh
like,
yeah.
is that really Henny talking? It's like, what you mean? I thought I always knew him.
Not
He's
even
like,
like
no.
that. Like even when Henny, like when we would like play when we were younger, we wouldn't really talk like that either, right, Henny?
Yeah.
It just started recently, like recently.
It's like
We
what?
started joking around heavy.
Yeah,
Like when we
it's
started
like-
practicing, we got older. You know, I guess we grew up with each other.
But apparently, I bring out the freak out in Henny. I'm saying
I don't think that's me.
that's not you.
That's not me.
Nah, I always been like this, but just I didn't know you guys were like that. That's why I didn't bring it up.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Wow.
Wait. Whoa.
Then you got the wrong impression there, sir.
No,
No, but I mean,
we would joke around with Henny, but not like to like this extent. Like,
yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I just feel like it takes one person to break the ice for everyone, and it usually takes time, you know. But you find that go-to person, and this is where we bring it back. Like, sometimes it's hard to be that person, and people put that trust in you, and you break that. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back to that Pokemon situation.
Here we go.
Man, we're going in circles. Let's talk about
No, okay, let's talk about Takashi. All right, so
wait. All right, before
no.
we keep, I wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
Out of everybody, like, out of like how many of us? Like 9, 7?
Yeah.
Out of
It's like 9
everybody,
of us.
who do you like when you first started playing with us? Like, who do you think like, yo, why? Who do you feel like was like not scary, but like
The opposite of
or-
what you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
who?
like you know, like for example, like you know Tono, right? You know that he's like a
Mhm.
goofy person, right? But like
Mhm.
when you first started playing with us, you probably thought like I was goofy, but now that you know me, like, oh no, Alex is serious. Who out of everybody, who do you think like was what you expected to be?
Give me a sec.
He's googling it. He's googling it.
That's his new line. That's his new
Give me a
line.
To me, I feel like a lot of people always say it's me. Like I'm not what they expected. Like
I think that's me, but in person.
in person, yeah.
It's because, like, you know, I'm
Cause
kind
you
of tall.
marrano, fuck. Nah, but
I'm tall
Yo,
and
I
with
like-
a mean mug.
No, we're waiting for Desire here. We're waiting for Desire. You
Yeah,
got
I,
the
got-
lead.
go ahead.
I already have an answer.
All right.
Alright,
I know what Eddie was gonna say. Like, yo, you offended the marrano. And
Nah, I wasn't gonna say
Gandhi.
that.
Who?
You.
Me? Why? What changed? What do you think of me first, and then what do you think about me now?
Cause I thought like you were like competitive in Fortnite, but then you like
Mhm.
you told me that you
Yeah.
don't like play competitive.
Yeah, you thought I was good, and then you find out that I'm a bot,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I have that. I get that all the time,
cause you
Right.
talk all that high, but then when
No, because I be showing up sometimes on stream, right? I be showing up in person too, and then people get to know me. Is like, yeah, I don't even play competitive, bro. I just like to just build to the top and then fall down, like pretty much. So I get that a lot. I feel I understand what you're saying. I understand.
like I just like to slide.
Yeah. So I go for the trip, and then I just go down.
Alright, who out of all of us, who do you feel the most comfortable with?
Give me a sec too, cause I don't know what to say.
Sure.
And
To
like
me,
don't worry,
again-
like I said, don't worry about like, oh, I don't want to
Yeah,
say
don't.
who because like it might hurt. Like
Nah,
no,
yeah,
it,
nah,
it doesn't
we're
matter.
just
Like,
There's not
talking.
no right
We're
or wrong
bonding.
answer. Yeah, we're
So
just
you see-
asking
yeah,
questions.
we just wanna know more about you. Like yeah, like you're our cousin, but since we really didn't grow up with you, like we don't really know that much about you.
And we're just kind of good at like earlier, like we were trying to just get a perspective of how like you grew up compared to what we grew up.
Yeah. Like for me, like it was Chris and Richard, because you'd be like, "Yo, watch your mouth, son." Like when I heard that, because they really
You got
didn't
shook.
speak. I didn't get shook, but I was like, "Did I really offend them?"
You
know what I'm
did.
saying?
You got shook.
So
and
then,
yo, watch your mouth, Candy. Something.
yeah, he said something like that because we didn't even talk at all. So when he said something like, "Yo, watch your mouth," but he didn't say playing around.
You peed your pants.
I didn't pee my pants. I was
Yes,
like,
you did.
"Is he really
like,
gonna?
That
Is he
damn.
really gonna
my
have?"
bad.
Nah, you probably forgot he was from the Bronx.
He was
Oh,
some
shit.
dead ass B.
No, so that's the first thing they said. I was like, okay, so they really want beef over this because I come from the same neighborhood.
Sound
Like I will roll
loud.
up. You know what I'm saying? I'll go hit up a couple of numbers and we'll throw gang signs from the '60s. All right.
Listen, Kanye, as soon as I hear your phone ring,
Yeah.
nah, let me stop.
Oh, Hector's with it. He's already outside waiting for you.
And I remember, I think it was Tono, right? I was throwing gang signs. It's like, yo, what is those gang signs from the '70s? I was like, damn. But, yeah, but it's funny. To me, it's funny.
To me, it's funny joking around about that, just because, like, yo, like that whole gang situation, like, it's stupid. To me, it's stupid at least. Like,
I said
you're fighting over fucking blocks that y'all don't own. One, y'all fighting your own race. Two, and three, most of y'all are just uneducated as fuck. Like, I'm not talking about like, yo, y'all didn't go to like, they didn't like, nobody cares if you dropped out or whatever, but y'all just like really dumb. Like, you just like, I question your ability to fucking
comprehend.
Yeah, comprehend or anything.
You're not woke.
Nah, dude.
So
he's way below woke.
Way below. So Desire, who do you think was what was the question?
The most comfortable with.
Who are you the most comfortable with? Yeah.
Don't know.
Okay, Max, why?
Is it
because I've seen like more times than like anyone here.
So,
Like I've
I was
seen
gonna
more
say that.
times.
Yeah, like I was gonna say it's probably because like he kind of with you in a sense that
pretty much in a sense, yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Because he always used to go to grandma's house, and I always.
Yeah.
And then every time he was, well, I'll joke around.
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes anyone comfortable when you have that physical, connection. It's a lot better than anything else because you physically know them.
Like, it's a big age difference, but me and Junior, like when we get together, we chop it up. We joking around.
I mean, that's always good. I think, like I said, for me, Henny, my first impression of Henny was like he's really quiet, but he's gonna be hard to open up. Tono, I've always known since he was little. I
was some fucking smart mouth bitch.
Yeah, not as much as your brother. Your brother was a pain.
Oh hell yeah!
Your brother, yeah. Your
brother he used to bully you. Damn.
No, he never bullied me, but he bullied other kids.
No, you were the bully. I forgot.
Yeah, but I never spent time with them like that. Like I will bully people outside. Yeah, I bully.
I remember Alex used to be my bully at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the full name, but two sisters, they were bullied too. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
They will fight chat.
No, they would try to be they'll try to be bullied to me. But then they know that
here I come being the big brother trying to help you out. Fuck.
No man, after you left, like they tried to bully me, but then like I don't know, they just couldn't. And then there was a third one too, which I'm not gonna mention, but y'all know who it is because it's somebody related to somebody in here. But it was 3 against 1 at one point. So, and I never backed down, so that's why like I don't know, like
because I remember y'all used to come up screaming because y'all used to get bit. I used to get scratched.
Yo,
like I was like, bro, like these people. Like they.
And then they told us not to hit girls and shit, so we
Exactly.
couldn't
Yeah.
really do nothing.
No thing.
Yeah, we didn't do nothing. They used to bite us,
Yeah.
kick us,
Yeah.
fucking scratch us in the
And that's what I'm
face.
saying. That's where you be like, yo, ma, you better teach your kids how to respect men, because not all men are going to treat them the way that they should be respected. You know?
And I remember this one time, like I said, at one point Alex was like kind of like my bully, because y'all see the Lilia Ramos kid,
Yeah.
Jose.
Yeah.
So I remember Alex used to be in their house, and then they used to knock on my window,
Mhm.
and then we would just shit talk each other. And I remember this one
Oh,
water
What,
balloon.
You drowned.
You drowned. You drowned. You said something about a water balloon.
I don't know if it was a water balloon or but the shit is, I felt mad water on my face, and I told my mom. I'm like, yo, they just threw water on me and shit.
Oh, that's so. Alex, you
I'm
were
over here.
First off,
asking for
he's
tamales and shit.
saying I was his bully. Bitch, that was one time.
but to
It's carded me for
yeah,
life.
but to a kid, it feels like an eternity.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because I don't even.
I mean, like,
I didn't
I
even.
mean,
You
you
don't
sure it was
remember?
water, Marcos?
Wow.
I hope it was water.
The other one. Here we go.
And
You see, like I don't know. I grew up with bullies. That's what I'm saying. Like, so
same.
I was.
You were the bully.
we
I
all
mean, that's
did.
why. Yeah.
I think we
like-
all did. Like, we all was
Yeah.
bullied, and then we had like somebody we used to pick on. We would be the bully at one point.
I never really picked on people.
I mean, I think
I would
Alex
say
was a
like
little bit more different.
Tony. I used to pick on Tony a lot.
No,
But that's
Go.
that's because like I wouldn't do nothing until he did something to me. Like, he would get me in trouble a lot. He would get me and Rich in trouble a lot. So then we used to get him in trouble or make him cry or something.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't like.
But that's because being kids, you know. Yeah, kids are. They
Kids are
attack you
asshole.
emotionally. Yeah, they
I was gonna
attack you
say-
emotionally.
And this is true because I heard it from. I forgot where I heard
My
it from.
nephews. I've seen my nephews.
Yeah. Especially
He's
them-
like, "Come
them
on, you're
little-
my big brother now." I was like, "What? I'm your big friend now." I was like, "What?" I will spank both of you.
I forgot where I heard it from, but they were like, "Yeah, little kids are like small drunk people." Like,
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah, I heard that before, too.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Is it him?
Yeah.
I think it is him. Yeah, because it is true. Like they'll tell
yo, that-
you everything to your face.
Yeah.
That-
It's like there's nobody more truthful than a drunk or a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
And I respect that. Shout out to these little kids that are fucking demon childs. You know.
But that's because
And
again,
shout
their
out my good
parents,
people, you know.
their
Including
parents
myself.
don't,
Let me stop.
don't beat them. You know. I don't beat them, but
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's a difference between beating your child and then disciplining them.
yeah.
There's a difference.
Like, man, you know, a little sprinkle of, what's that shit called? Child what?
Child abuse.
Child-
Yeah,
I
just a
don't-
little sprinkle, you know, it won't hurt. You know, a little
True.
spank to the mouth sometimes, you know, when he acting up.
he says spank to
Like,
them.
like, we don't ask for that much, you know.
You know, just a little bit. I'm not gonna fucking beat him to death with a belt. I might just
Yeah.
whip him once just to like teach him a lesson.
So he knows that it burns. Yeah.
And like,
But,
don't,
I mean, if
don't
there's-
wait till my grandfather gets to you, cause shit.
Shit.
Oh man, he
Nah,
was a
matter of
beater.
fact, yo, shit. he beat everything,
He
including
beat
cancer.
everything. He beat cancer. He beat diabetes, and he beat his wife. Oh man, I said that joke to one. I said that joke at once at work. I was dying, and then like my coworker looked at me, and was like, "This man is horrible." I was like, "True."
Wow.
Because I mean, I be ignorant. I mean,
And like,
honestly,
is our dark humor is considered like really, really,
really dark humor. Yeah,
yeah.
Because I
And
mean,
that's what I'm saying. Our dark humor is gonna offend people, and that's what I say. People are sensitive. Fuck. No, I'm playing. But no, it's true though.
true.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
you know, childhood. It's a little bit a sprinkle, just a little sprinkle. You know, like when you sprinkle a little bit of salt in your huevo while you're cooking it.
Whoa,
It's about that much, you know.
I,
No,
I
but
use
a
my
little
on my
pinch.
huevos, but I don't know. I don't know about salt.
You said my senna?
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
don't put salt and pepper on your eggs.
Oh,
He was
those-
talking
those
about
fire.
another one.
Oh,
Hey, I thought you were talking about the other one.
Like, why wouldn't they like burn or something?
Oh, my
Put it in
senna?
No, my senna is like
Oh,
baby
yeah,
powder.
Yeah, it's basically flour dust.
Nah, we got kosher, so we got regular. What's that shit
Oh,
called?
he's still talking about food. Yeah.
Iodized salt. What's that shit called? The little red one.
Yeah.
Now we got another one from Walmart. You know, like the ones that you actually have to turn to crush the salt, and then.
So now that the quarantine is kind of lifting all around us, like, what is the place that you're excited to go eat?
Oof, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wait. Talk
I
within
never
each other.
had that.
I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Just talk within each other's, and then I'll come back and ask again. All right.
All right.
I
So,
never.
Henny?
Do I gotta raise my hand?
No, just
Henny,
go.
no, I called. Yeah, I was gonna say, Henny, go first.
A place I wanted to go. I don't know, cause I was so hyped to eat Mexican food, but then they opened. They started to do delivery.
So you like
order
fuck
from
it.
But a place I really want to go to that's gonna open is the mall.
Sir,
I
we
want to
say
go to the
eat.
mall.
To
Well, we
eat.
said to eat. To eat.
Yeah, the mall, the
Like
food
the food
place. They
court.
be having.
The food
Yeah,
court.
the food
Okay.
there. They be. Oh my god,
You talking about like
Chicken?
teriyaki chicken and shit like that?
yeah, I forgot the store name.
Sirocco?
Yeah, Sarku, I think it's called.
Yeah.
That place, oh my god. In the
Hell yeah,
mall,
man.
oh my god. You just eat food and just see people walk past by with the family, the girls. Not the guys, that's
True.
gay.
Wow. Nothing
Nothing wrong.
wrong with that, honey. Fuck.
I apologize, I don't like men.
Just say that then.
The way you said it, I apologize. I don't
I'ma
like
get off.
that.
Are you getting it off?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Alright,
I'm
sorry,
just
three.
wait. Yeah, just wait till Candy because he knows. Should be back here soon.
Wait, Junior, I had a question.
Yeah, what?
What are you doing for 4th of July?
I don't know.
If your mom comes down to the Bronx, you coming down with her or you staying home?
I don't know.
You don't want to catch the road.
I don't know.
Let me think.
Oh, let me think.
Uh,
Oh no, give me a second.
give me a second.
Nah. What about you, honey? What you doing for 4th of July?
I think I'm gonna go to my brother's house.
Okay.
But if I don't go, my parents want to go to the park, I'm not gonna go to the park. Can be mad heads in the park.
For real.
I'd rather stay inside.
Alex, I already asked you, but if you want to answer it again, just for the stream.
Probably nothing. I probably just chill outside in the backyard with my people. More
Cool,
than
cool,
likely,
cool.
my papa's gonna grill.
True.
Try to chill with them. Oh, but it's on a Saturday.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's Saturday. It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel like a Sunday.
Yeah, because it usually falls like on a Wednesday. I think last year it was on Wednesday, Thursday.
I'm not even sure. Yo, I think I did too many steps. My stomach hurts. I just realized fucking Fortnite just had an update.
Oh yeah, Fortnite.
I updated it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you load in or no?
No, it's just server offline.
Okay. So it went down at 2, right? It'd probably be up like maybe 4,
Yeah.
depending.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Gandhi,
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm getting off.
you getting off? All right, decide. I think we're stopping in. We'll see you next time.
Nah, this guy gotta do his outro.
Oh yeah, do your outro for your YouTube because it's gonna be on YouTube.
Okay, I just had to say 3 words, but it's
Yeah.
to you, Gandhi.
Aw, thank you. That's your rainbow.
Okay, but you won't. I'm gonna say it now. Okay.
All right, go on.
Get good, kid.
Did you say get good, kid? Wow.
You're garbage.
Did he get kicked or did
No, he
he
left. No, he left.
He left. Okay, because it
Good
sounded like he got kicked.
He said good night. Oh, there he is.
G night.
So what you think about my outro?
Oh, you came back. It's not our trip. You come back.
I know. I just wanted to know.
Oh, it was good. It's like good. It's like get good. That's what it
Oh,
stopped.
really?
Yeah, because you
Okay.
clicked out.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I thought I clicked that after I finished saying it, but
No.
I'll say
He
it
was
one
so
more time.
excited.
Get good.
I guess.
It's still the same thing. Same thing. Oh wait, so do you guys decide? Are you still guys on the same topic of the dinner or what?
Yeah, but let Henry repeat his, and then I'll
Alright.
say mine. And
Bro, you should say,
Alex.
Oh,
yeah. Come on, Candy.
oh sure. That's what I texted back.
I was
So,
saying a famous, not so famous, food thing that I'm excited is I said the mall. I said the mall. The mall.
The mall?
Yeah, you
Mall
know how to get
food?
the food. Yeah.
Yeah, the food court.
Oh, they don't have like. I mean, yeah, have like. Okay. What in particular?
Sarko.
Which one?
Sarko.
Well, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Like
Japanese food.
food.
Oh,
You know,
is it
teriyaki
like?
chicken and shit?
Oh, that's not actual Japanese food.
I mean, but like,
No, but it's still good. It's still bomb.
You could go to the buffet in Third Ave. They got the
True.
same
Yeah, I
teriyaki
live far
chicken.
from there. I live far from there.
You live far from there?
Yes.
Wow.
he lives on a whole different train.
Oh, you.
So
Oh,
far.
he's on the 4 and we're in the 6. Okay.
No, he's in the
Oh.
well. We're
I'm in the
in the
6, but I'm
six,
almost in the last stop.
Oh, damn, you're all the
and
way over
that
there.
like falls in like the 5 train or the 2 train.
Well,
The buffet, yeah,
the buffet, you could get off at 1:30 and walk from there. Not that far.
true.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that.
I mean, I drive all the way from PA to go over there.
That is true.
True.
And that's a 2-hour trip.
Nah, there's 2 places I
With
wanna
like
go, now that I
$100
realized.
worth of fucking gas and tolls.
What you said, Tono?
I said, well, there's 2 places I want to go. Is
Mhm.
Buffalo Wild Wings and Sonic.
I've never been to a Buffalo Wild
Me
Wings.
neither.
Wild Wings, but I've been to a Sonics. I mean, the
I
Sonics
have.
is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good. I like
not
the
decent,
tater
it's good.
tots. Yeah,
What-
the tater
what-
tots, the wings,
Yeah, the wings.
the slushies.
The slushies.
Okay.
What in particular from Wild Wings do you want to go back to?
Literally the wings. There's
That's
The
all,
wings?
well, I know they sell everything.
Yeah, they
else.
sell burgers and shit.
I
And the
mean-
onion rings. Because
The
the
onion
onion rings got like this dip. That shit is good. I'll be putting it on the wings. Or on the
Isn't
french fries.
It's not the famous sauce or the secret sauce.
Whoa.
I think it is. It's like some orange sauce.
Yeah, so you know that Heinz released a new secret sauce.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
so now you can
just
buy secret
ketchup-
sauce. Yeah,
Ketchup
you can
and
buy secret
mayonnaise
sauce.
mixed together.
Bet. I'm
Pretty
about
much.
to taste that shit.
Yeah,
It's like horseradish and shit like that, like put into it.
I've never had a horseradish. I think that's spicy, right?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Coleslaw, I hate coleslaw.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate it
me
with
too.
a passion.
Same.
I just
Even
hate
the
any
smell
vegetables
of
in
it.
general.
Yeah.
I
So
hate coleslaw and potato salad.
what? Potato salad? You talking about
Yeah.
potato with egg and mayonnaise?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I feel like throwing up.
bro.
Oh my god.
There you go. Scooby. You sound like Scooby, the Shaggy. I think.
Oh my god.
There you go. Yo, bro, you never had. Listen, yo, I'm gonna make you some good potato salad, bro.
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna throw up on your face as soon as you.
Wow.
Whoa, you gonna spit on his face?
Skinky,
Okay.
skinky.
I'm gonna throw up in his mouth.
Well, baby bird style, Burby, Burby.
He said it like
Is
3
it Burby?
times.
Yeah, making new words.
Is it Tyson? Is it Tyson coming out of him?
Is it Tyson? Is that Ibiza coming out of me? No, but Rick, I was gonna say baby bird style. Yeah.
He said that
What
shit
about
3 times
you?
in a row.
Yeah.
And every
Bird.
time
Alex,
he's
let's move on. He's not gonna get past it.
All right, Alex. What was your choice?
like I said, I never had Wild Wing, Buffalo Wild
Wow.
Wings.
No, but now that the Rona's passing, like, which restaurants would you want to go to? Like, that you
no,
been
I was
feeling?
gonna say, well,
Mm.
I don't really go to restaurants like that, but
Yeah,
I would say I'm down to go and try Buffalo Wild Wings. And
Buffalo Wild Wings.
where was it that we went to go get those steak?
TGIs.
There you go.
So for me, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say what I'm feeling for is Longhorns.
Never had that.
TGIs is good, but the Longhorn steak, oh my god, it's crazy. Like they give you a steak with mashed potatoes on the side, broccoli and lemon squeezed on all of it. Boom, and then you get some shrimps on the grill with the bread and butter. Oh my god,
I'm not a seafood person, so
well, I
You say, you
mean,
know what?
he's not a seafood person.
Oh, I love seafood. That's everything but fish. That's what I love.
I mean, that is basically the
Calamari.
sea. Do you eat sea worms then?
What?
Sea worms. Do you eat those?
Nah, I eat clams. All that other shit. Calamari, shrimp,
Like-
lobster, crab.
Mm.
like Chris likes to like, get chicho.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Get your
I don't like crab legs. You know why? Because there's a lot more bone than there is meat. Now, if somebody brings me a bowl already cracked and a bunch of just mad crab meat, then I'll be happy.
I mean,
But the
the
yeah.
the I guess like the bone or the
Yeah, the
crustacean.
shell.
That's the shell, what you call it.
Mhm.
It gives it flavor, you know. Like it just
Yeah.
depends on where you go and how they season it. Like where usually I go is like they have like a fish market, and I just put man Old Bay and
Yeah.
man other
Uh,
shit.
You
know-
this is
Sorry.
this is the amount though. Before we continue with this, you know the amount you get like when you get a bowl of rice, right?
Mhm.
I want a bowl of just crab meat, which I think. I mean, and
It is expensive.
if you think about it, when you go eat seafood and you get like 5 crabs, that's not even a quarter of that bowl. So when you think about it, I'm probably eating like 100 crabs in the sitting.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want 7. I want 100.
Who's
Like
my-
I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste 30 minutes of my meal cracking the shell so it takes me 2 seconds to eat just like an ounce of crab. I want a pound of crab, bro.
Cool.
That being
True.
stingy.
It's like me with shrimp. Like I fucking
Yeah.
love shrimp, and it's even better like when the shrimp are like big.
Yeah, when you order like a shrimp type meal, it's probably like only like 7 shrimps. When I want to
Yeah.
go and eat, I want like at least half of that
20.
population.
I
want
want
like
at least 20.
I want like 2 generations worth of crabs, you know? I want the kids, the grandma, and the granddaddies.
Nah, there's a place that that's one of the places. So like Tioero's friend,
Yeah.
she used to work at this restaurant, and like they have like this called it's called a mariscada, and it's like a whole bunch of seafood
Like
shit,
shrimp.
except
Yeah.
except fish, like no fish. Well, you can add it, but
Yeah.
then it comes in like a spicy caldo. And that
Mhm.
shit is.
Oh, I don't like
Aw.
spicy stuff. I don't like Spanish food like that.
It's not
Anyway-
really spicy. It's like
Yeah.
it has chipotle, like it has a chipotle flavor, and then like the actual like spiciness of like
Spicy. Yeah.
yeah.
Henny, what is the
Um,
one thing you wouldn't eat in a restaurant?
Fish.
Fish? You don't like fish either?
No, I do like it, but
Oh, you don't
you said restaurant. Something. If I go to a restaurant, it's something I would not order.
fish? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Tono?
Yeah, I was about to say that fish or vegetables. Like I don't.
Alex, what
fuck
about
with
you?
Again, fish or any type of seafood, or what do they say that chicken? Because that's what people say, right? Don't eat chicken from a.
Pork. I was gonna say pork.
Is that what
Because
it is?
yeah,
Yeah, pork.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
pork.
that's hard to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't know how to cook it right.
Like yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't eat. Pork. From a restaurant.
Only
Guys, what?
restaurant pork
Yeah.
I would eat is like the Dominican restaurant because they know how to
Dominican.
cook it. Like yeah, like putney like that.
Yeah. You guys feel happy with this, or you guys?
Up to you.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been what? How many?
About to be
3
2.5.
hours?
Yeah,
So,
in my contract, I was told 30 minutes. And I could
30
leave.
minutes. Oh, true. Henny's on the contract, so
Yeah.
he's been looking at his clock this whole time. I think for the first episode, I think has been
More than
pretty
enough.
exciting because we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about like little things. We didn't go a lot in depth to more topics, but I think it's just streamers talking about non-streaming. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's called. Streamers.
Non-streaming.
Non-streaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, when's the next one though? Like it shouldn't be tomorrow. It should be like It should be every other day. Or every 2 days.
Usually podcasts come out
Every
once
week.
every week or once every month. Obviously you want to build a library so we could get together like this where we take our minds off streaming and then playing video games, and then we record this, and then we could do one once every 2 days or every day. Not
No,
every day,
I
every
like.
other day. Yeah, or every 2 days, whatever you feel comfortable with.
I'm down with the week thing. I just realized that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we
Yeah.
I
have
was
more
about to say
shit to
that.
talk about.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We
So
could do it like every Monday.
Yeah.
all right, every Monday we'll post one, right?
Alright.
But when are we
Oh,
getting
when are we
together
gonna
for
talk
this?
about it?
Yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday. I don't stream on Sunday, so that's perfect for me.
Neither do I. I sometimes do, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not like a big stream.
Or I don't know.
I mean, it's whenever y'all want to do it. This is the first time we all got together and actually did it, because
Cool.
there's a lot of like schedules conflicts
So
and stuff.
let me start recording.
Yeah. So that was our first episode.